Baba boy. Hello, hello.
Did you miss me? Huh?
Hey, there we go.
That was
Yeah.
quick, dude. Not
I
waiting
know.
Johnny on the spot. That was really nice. That was tight.
I know.
It's bow time. It's bow time. How does Harlow
It's
wear
been
gloves?
2 weeks. I'm so ready for this. I've
How
missed
do we have
this
more viewers for D&D?
because they got the second ping.
Oh, they got the second ping. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. All right, well, we'll vibe here for a bit. It's D&D time. Exclamation point recap, ladies and germs. If you have not been paying attention to what's going on, we provide short little paragraph recaps of each game. We are currently at episode 23. We are almost to our second season. I don't want to say season finale, but our second season core episode. I don't fucking know. We're on episode 24 almost, but today is 23. You can read through. I remember the Overwatch stream like it was only yesterday. I gotta tweet out that we're live too with D&D. Hold on, I'm gonna tweet on my main account. Maybe it'll let me.
Also, we have amazing fan art. Some of you guys have already seen this, but I'm gonna share this.
Yeah, let's do a showcase.
We're gonna show this again once we're in the big chat. But look at this. It's so fucking good.
I'm not done with you yet. Let's go, Brandon.
And then that's the TikTok.
Oh yeah, that's TikTok.
The Cleary.
I have my own ship now. He does! McCleary has his own ship!
And then I fucking love this
And
one.
then Freya's face! I'm begging you to let me know if Harlow wears gloves, and if so, what color. No, he doesn't wear gloves. He has a rugged man's hand. That one's my favorite. Anyway.
Thanks for the trauma dump, Freya.
Yeah, thank you.
No trauma dumping in general. Myrtle's a Reddit mod.
That needs to be a fucking meme, just those two panels. Anyways. Oh.
All right, since we have everyone here, do we want to go ahead and pop in, or
Ready to dip in? Let's dip in. Let's do
all right,
it.
give them the 3-second warning before we pop in.
Yeah.
Now that I'm here by myself, guys, make sure to use your Twitch Prime to fuck dads and moms.
Warning.
Hey!
Hello, everyone.
Hey!
We're starting relatively on time tonight. Wow, that's a first. Hello, and welcome to tonight's episode of Pirate Trouble, our pirate-themed, One Piece-inspired D&D campaign. My name is Ruben, your DM for the evening. In just a few minutes, we'll hop into episode 23 of the campaign, Onward to Crown Keep Island. If you weren't here last episode, or if it's your first time joining us, a recap is available in the chat. Just type !recap to catch up. Let me turn off this choir music, because it's a little bit...
It's like Lion King.
There we go.
Keep going.
As always, let me offer our special thanks to the folks who made tonight's game possible. For the art, Julian Rush and Vieira. The map illustrator is Ceci Peku, and for the stream, Moo Crush, Nathaniel, and Jonah. And we just showed a few minutes ago the fan art from Marcus.
Show it
Thank
again.
you so much to Marcus. Tonight's warm-up questions. Oh yes. Oh my gosh, it's delightful.
So fucking
it's so
cute.
good. Please do feel free to share if you have the penchant to draw anything for us. Feel free to drop it in the server, and we will absolutely show it on stream. But tonight's warm-up question for the players: if your character had an action figure, what would your toy's catchphrase be, and what accessories would be included? Let's start with Harlow, played by Jonah.
Muted? Question mark?
Jonah, you're muted. Yeah. God damn it!
Actually, that would be the phrase.
So, no, wait. So it's the catchphrase and then what else?
What accessories would your toy come with?
Oh, dude. Okay, he's gonna have his action kung fu grip. Clearly, he's gonna be able to grab things. He has his silver, it's like made of silver. His silver cast, like flintlock magic pistol that he uses to as his focus. He lets you pull the string, and it says, "I'm totally not a spy." Pulls the string. It says, "I'm totally not a spy," as he like lifts his gun up and shoots. And then maybe he's got like accessories that you can't fuck around with and you can't like take off. Maybe the sword. I bet you can take his jacket off or something like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Awesome.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
If I think of something else, I'll let you know. I was first, so.
No worries. Next, let's do Takai, played by Ryan.
Oh God. I think his safer work catchphrase would be probably the final line from the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, just like, "Fetch me that horizon." And his accessory would probably be his packed weapon, his magical fishing spear, and his action figure thing would be like, instead of having a fully articulated arm, whichever arm is holding it is like one of those spring-loaded things, so you press a button on his back and the spear shoots out.
Ooh.
Very cool.
Nice.
Next up, let's do Sunny, played by Corey, who is muted.
Or their
Next
PC
up.
died.
Next up, we'll do Freya, played by Courtney.
Well, she said, "Be right back."
And next up, we'll have McCleary, played by Chad.
Well, I think that his catchphrase would be some sort of generic pirate line, like, "Shiver me timbers," or like, "Ahoy, matey," or something. And he would, of course, come with Karen, his rifle, and his 2 swords, and he would come with Lucy, his magic carpet. And I think that he'd have like, he'd have joints, so you could sit him on the carpet and have him fly.
Hell yeah.
Sit cross-legged.
I like that. Can you add like a hairpiece to the McCleary? Or is it
Yeah,
only...
I think he comes with Pip's cappy, and maybe there's like three little hats, like
Cappy's such a good
like a
It's,
pirate hat.
it's like a
little
Lego.
flat
You
cap.
just put on the different
Yeah,
hairs.
and like a wig, like a toupee for one of them.
That's great. That's great. Next up for real, Marini, played by Riley.
Hello. I think for Marinie's action figure, it would be the wings would be articulated, and they would be like actually anatomically correct to bird wings because I'm very particular about that sort of stuff. I love birds.
Bird up.
And then I think like the voice thing, it'd be like a button you could just push. One of them would be like a bird scream. The other would be like bitches. Another one would be like just a lot, maybe too long drawn out of like not villain monologue, but just like something ominous.
Something ominous. I like it.
Something
I like
ominous.
it. Next up, let's do Myrtle, played by Nathaniel.
I'll be right back. I'm kidding. It would just be big boy Myrtle, but when you pull his things, he does like really shitty pickup lines for like OnlyFans. So like,
I like
I love it.
people call me Myrtle, but you can call me tonight. And he'd have a little Funko Pop looking moosh that like glows amber.
So these toys aren't for kids, is what you're saying?
No.
This campaign is not.
Never
for
were.
kids.
Action. Well, it's action.
These toys aren't for kids.
I don't know why. I don't know why I bothered being. I don't know why I bothered being safe for work with my catchphrase.
Right, give us the
Next
nasty
up-
My
catchphrase
character
right
has
now.
fucking 69 in the fucking. So
I'm sorry. It's just gonna be a thing. I apologize. Next up, Razim, played by James. Hi, Razim.
Hi.
What would
Oh, yeah, I
Razim's
should do the thing.
catchphrase be? Yeah.
It's turbo time. That's what he was saying.
It's fucking Turbo Man.
Turbo Man?
No one will get the reference in the squad.
I
but
do.
He
I get the
would
reference.
Because
I get the reference, absolutely.
everyone IRL gets the reference. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, you mean in the pirate group?
Yeah, the
yeah.
pirate crew does not get the reference.
and little Z pretends to get the reference. That's how it works.
I
Doesn't
watch
feel left out.
movies.
Whoa, what is that? That wasn't Ruben, right?
No.
I can't.
I was
can't
like,
voice
wow,
actor.
you got better at.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, guys. My
But-
range has expanded as I get older.
But follow up.
evolved
But
in
follow
my
up. What's Little
absence.
Z's? When you
Oh,
pull
does
Does he
his
come with
cord.
little Z?
Yes, he does. Come with action-packed little Z with karate chop.
Nice.
Next up, we'll do Freya, played by Courtney. Freya, what's your character's catchphrase, and what kind of accessories would come with you in the toy
I
version?
did something. What did I do? Okay, I'm good. Kind of.
I feel like Freya would be a Barbie doll or a Figma, honestly. So I don't think she would. If she were a Barbie, she would have catchphrases, but like, she'd say things like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry," and she would come with a see-through like plastic cat, and her two swords, and I don't know, like a little pile of gold.
Hey.
I like that. Very cute.
Hmm.
Okay, who? Corey. Yes, that's right. If Corey's here. Sunny, played by Corey. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to
I'm
D&D.
so used to it starting at 1:15 that I only got out of bed 5 minutes ago.
It's all good.
What's going on?
So D&D is a role-playing game where you know,
Oh, that's so interesting. Tell me more.
we're asking if your character was a action figure, what would the catchphrase be, and what accessories would come with your figure?
I feel like he would cycle through about 5 different insults.
I like it. I like it.
Like
Get bent.
your mom's
or
so
pound
ugly, your dad
sand.
would prefer to fuck a fish. Yeah, pound sand, get fucked.
I made that the going live notification.
Oh my god.
I was gonna get fucked.
I'm iconic.
Christ.
And he would probably come with, God, let me try and remember. Hey, inventory. What do I have? A loot, a little loot. Pussies are bored. He doesn't need a rapier. Nobody needs to give this boy.
It's
A
in
pointy
Monty's
stick.
chest, that's why.
Also,
Comes
Okay.
I found out some really cool, pertinent information about turtles and D&D.
Oh, please. do share.
Turtles can canonically hold their breath for 1 hour before having to resurface for air. So
Oh,
do with
nice.
that information what you will in the chat.
Okay.
Wait, that's why? Well, okay.
I've got to step up my game. I meant to play the slut this session. I am being blown out of the
It
water
wasn't
here.
intentional.
I don't know what's going
Alright.
on.
How are you being blown out of
Blown?
the water, Ryan?
My
My turtle.
Oh my god.
I thought you were.
I think we got everyone. Did I miss anyone, or did I get
I don't
everyone?
know. Why is it already this horny? 15 minutes.
You got
into the
everyone.
session.
This is why we don't
It's the
start
only
this
time we'll
early,
get
'cause,
to.
This is who we are now, guys.
We
um,
normally have 15 extra minutes to get the horny out.
right, right. Okay. 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 All right.
Full moon.
Settle down. Settle down. There'll be plenty of time to get horny in a sec, I promise.
Yeah.
Oh.
Stop, you said that and then I forgot it was February.
What?
Oh, I date my notes. I was in the middle of writing the date and you said
Congrats.
some bullshit and I went, no, it's actually not February, is it?
I see.
It
I see.
is.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Sorry, chat.
When last we left our heroes, it's
Fight
weird
you.
because tonight I'm not affected by anything, so I should. Anyway.
The rest of us are acting like we are.
When
moon.
last we left our heroes, quite an eventful last few sessions. So I have my check notes here, but the bottom line, the Limelight Pirates were successful in escaping an Imperial battleship that had wanted to take the treasure that they found on a desert island called Claystone Island. They got this treasure. as part of an initial deal with a powerful figure in the Grand Line named Pan, the captain of the Devil Pirates. The deal was that he would give them a compass, a special device, to find the treasure in exchange for him getting half at a later point. They got a message from Salome, one of Pan's friends, and also another powerful pirate in this region, saying that the drop site for the treasure has changed, and it will now be Crown Keep Island. Before the crew, however, ventured off, they had to still finish their business around Claystone. They found on the Imperial battleship various secretive documents that may or may not have connections to certain characters in the game. The party also revealed, or I guess uncovered from Freya, that her father is Admiral Dendar, one of the 3 admirals of the Imperial Navy, and also a dragon. That got revealed last episode. The party interrogated the captain of the Imperial ship that had tried to stop them from leaving, and a thief that had boarded their vessel while it was dropped anchor next to the coast. The captain, Captain Brandon, did reveal some key information about the world, but refused to disclose any information about how the Imperium and the Imperial Navy specifically navigate the Grand Line without a log pose. Ultimately, after some mix of violations of various articles of the Geneva Conventions, Brandon was released on a rowboat and left to his own devices. The Imperial battleship taken by the Limelights, who have now added that to their inventory. We'll get to that in a second. The other prisoner, the other person that they interrogated, was from House Vishad, one of the powerful, or formerly powerful, Imperial houses before the current Imperial power structure came to be. In exchange for giving good word to that house, they freed that thief and let them escape, or I guess were released properly. So they were able to get through interrogation without any too much senseless violence. But we joined back that same day after all this has happened. You are all probably to various levels exhausted, having had this intense naval battle, all the trauma and emotion of all the revelations last time. It's still that day. We are back on the Limelight. The weather out on the coast of Claystone Island is, it's still cloudy. The wind is still kind of, it does bite the skin a little bit. You previously decided that you would spend about a week journey to get to Crown Keep Island to finish the arrangement that you had with Pan, but you do have some time here before you set out if you wanted to interact. So, before we do that, I do have one thing to note, and that is the naval battleship that you have captured. If you wish to keep it or retain it over the course of the journey, it is going to add to the upkeep costs that you currently have, given that it's a much larger ship. So, I will leave this to Riley to handle, but it will have the same usage of wood and ropes, which is, I believe, 1 a day, times 3, because it's a larger vessel. So it'll be 3 per day. But we'll get to any questions about that in a second. First, what's kind of the initial sense of the crew now that you have had quite the intense 24 hours?
I immediately want to check on Sunny, because that was a lot. And we just had our conversation like the day before about killing and stuff like that. So,
I have a question. Can we just say, just for the sake of this, that we've anchored both boats?
Sure.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead, Nathaniel.
Where is Sunny? Sunny?
It's a very good question. I've got no clue.
There he is.
He's in the crows.
It's me. Hello, it's me.
I mean,
Still
just
dying, sorry.
doesn't have to be a role play right now or anything. But what are you like right now after this just finished?
I think Sunny's probably trying to process things, trying to accept that, alright, maybe just because I'm not gonna kill doesn't mean that they're not going to. Obviously, they're going to. And I think he's just trying to figure all of that out. Like, where will the line be drawn? I think is where he's currently at.
Myrtle is gonna come up to you and kind of tap you on the shoulder and say, "Is this a bad moment?"
Oh, no.
I will preface this by saying that I don't regret what happened, but I do still feel bad about it, especially after what we talked about earlier. And how are you holding up?
I mean, I think.
And be
I'm
honest,
okay.
kid.
I think I'm okay. They attacked first. You guys just retaliated very explosively. I mean, you didn't kill good old Captain Brandon, which I think is character development. And he's gonna air quotes that. Like, character development.
I feel like I've asked this before, but I feel like I need to ask it again, honestly, all things considered. What? You came here for adventure, but you did this as a pirate. Did you know ahead of time what you could have faced regardless of what group you were in?
I mean, I just thought it was like boats and hey, no rules.
Oh, Sonny, we're in the middle of Sonny, we're pirates in the middle of a war. But
well, they don't teach you that in school, do they? They don't say, "Oh, the pirates are warring."
That's fair, but at least
They
we
just
both know
go,
the powerhouse
"Join
of the cell,
military."
right? But at least we know the powerhouse of the cell. But I feel like I'm not very good at my words sometimes. But if you ever need someone to talk about with this, without judgment, without someone that has gone through this and many other things that have been hard to deal with, you know where my quarters are.
Yes, a tiny room, isn't it? Next to the bathtub closet.
Well, it's not that small. I can put up a little. Anyway, you know where I am. It's not small. It's just cold.
Well, I mean, it's small, and you're just kind of vague gestures with his hand, like big. It doesn't say big, but it's like itty bitty little room. And the next thing you just goes, whoa.
That's fair. It doesn't have to be my place, but if you need some quiet, there's lots of noise down there, so you would have a little bit more peace and quiet. And you can always hang with Moosh. He's always been very good at comforting people.
Oh, thanks. I mean, if you want a change of scenery, feel free to pop up.
Sure, it might take me a bit. My arms aren't quite like they used to be.
Oh, that's all right. You'll get used to it, maybe. I don't know.
And
Do we need to get you climbing?
I should be fine, but point is, before I think the captain is calling in the distance somewhere, but I just wanted to say that I'm sorry, but I'm also proud of the way that you handled it despite everything. You held your own and you didn't freeze up, and that takes courage. I'll see you later.
Okay. Oh, bye.
Bye.
He's just gonna go and have more think.
Moosh is gonna stick with you for the rest of the day.
Oh, I got a little buddy.
Yeah, little buddy, he actually glows warm amber light, and it's like a little lamp almost.
Oh.
And scene.
He's like a little hot water bottle.
Yeah.
Question. We are going back to the main city on Claystone, right? To get supplies and stuff before we head out to find Pan?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're
Because
doing.
we have money now.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure. So this is like we're the in-between after the battle.
Oh my god, he is
Well,
a
and I
salt
think
lamp.
we were gonna have to spend a little bit of time anyway, because weren't we upgrading the ship as well?
Yeah, we did talk about that.
Shit, we didn't finalize.
Okay, so
what
yeah,
we're
no,
gonna
we didn't. We
do.
didn't. Just because we cut the session off like with a lot of loose ends. So above game, do we want to keep this ship? Because this is I feel like this should be a group decision because Riley is the one that's going to be having.
I will do accounting once again.
Keep track of 2 ships.
What if we
also,
turned it into like a decoy ship or something somehow?
Well,
Let
we'd
it be a
dragging it
shambles.
everywhere. I do think since it's a bigger ship, I think we should migrate everything to that ship.
That's not a bad idea.
And we can keep this ship as like this, like
Although
an assault craft.
I mean, another
Well-
idea is we keep one of them as use either an illusion or actually salvage the parts and shipwreck it on an island and use it as a base whenever we need to.
That's
That's a good idea
not a bad
too.
idea.
Like scuttle it on the shore and then just kind of
Yeah.
turn it into a house.
Well,
But is it?
we're
yeah,
probably
go
not
ahead,
going to be able to come back if we're going
That's what I'm
down
saying,
the line. Yeah.
Fair.
The thing is, if we can move our upgrades over to the other ship, otherwise we'd have to repurchase
Right,
them.
exactly. That's my
I mean,
main
we do have a lot of
quandary
money,
with it.
but
We have a lot of money, but how much is it going to cost to move? Metal plating and shit. I still stand by my idea that we should move all of our personal belongings and like our housing stuff and our like our normal things over to the ship, and then keep everything on this ship that's like weaponry and needed to fight and move, and just keep it like super streamlined so that it doesn't weigh a whole lot, can be super fast if we need it to be, and it still is loaded for bear with all the things that we need. Basically like dragging a tank behind us and like piloted by our home.
right, yeah, right. I mean, in my opinion, I'm fine with it for now. Riley, you're gonna have to do the most work
Right.
probably. But
What do
Well,
you think?
and how big is this ship? Because is it feasible to be running this ship with just a crew of 8?
That's a
it's-
Ruben question.
yeah,
Gotta go steal some dudes.
No, that's called slavery.
Yeah, we shouldn't
Oh,
do that.
shit,
We
you're
shouldn't
right.
steal
we could hire
dudes.
some dudes.
Yeah, we could hire
what
some
are
dudes.
your thoughts, Ruben, on
On
that?
slavery, usually
Well, I
pretty
mean-
much bullshit. Uh,
How do you feel about colonialism from the
so
Wow.
I think the 8 of you could handle the battleship. I don't know if the 8 of you could handle both ships if they were both independently working. Right.
Okay.
What
You
if,
ha-
we, what if would we
Go
be
ahead.
able to just would we be able to just what is it called, like tug the other ship behind us?
It's the little tugboat.
The big ship?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh no, the
The
smaller
little
ship.
ship.
Certainly. That's I think fine. Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, this got
Couldn't we
complicated.
like smallify it?
How's that? How do we do that?
Can you reduce the ship?
Nate
No,
Then we could put it in a
that would
bottle.
be a lot, and no.
Can you
Oh, like a
try?
capsule?
I heard this phrase a long time ago, but I can certainly try.
Let's try. I think that's a really smart
Everyone
idea.
move
It
your
works.
spell.
What spell is this? You're trying to pull this
Enlarge,
bullshit on?
reduce. I don't think that this is gonna work.
Large,
What,
reduce.
how long does it last? How long does it last?
A minute.
A minute,
an hour.
Wait, I have an idea. This is how they did it. I always wondered. So, we shrink the ship, and then we get a bottle. And
Yeah.
we put the ship inside of the bottle.
Okay. I think
then
you're onto
what?
something. I've seen something like that.
He's like, what is this
Is
bullshit?
that how
you're
you do
talking
it? Is
about?"
that how they do? Are you fucking with me,
You
Myrtle?
cause a
I'm
creature or
fucking
an
with you,
object you
Captain.
can see within range to grow larger or smaller for the duration. It's
Just
a
a
con
minute.
save. The
I
target's
think it only
creature-
goes one size smaller, so that's like huge
You
to
do a-
like
yeah.
large.
Okay, if I may, I
May.
think this is just. I think we should do what Jonah said. We should move everything to the big ship for a number of reasons. Number one, it's bigger, it has more cannons, and we could try to retrofit some of the stuff that we have on the old Limelight onto this one. If we can't, then we just have to buy it. We have a shitload of money, and this ship is capable of somehow navigating through the calm. We don't know how yet,
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
Empire does it. And so like it's overall better. If we have to leave a ship behind, we should leave the old Shades ship. We could try dragging it behind us for now, like we suggested, and if we have to cut it loose, it's
Or we could
whatever.
sell it at our next port.
yeah,
yeah,
try to
let's
sell it or something. Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Um,
sell it, man.
I hate to bring this up, but given the nature of what we do and that we're pirates, do you mind if I check the big ship in case it's being tracked somehow? And I would imagine that the Empire would have some way of tracking their own ships, right? We wouldn't want that following us wherever we go.
Could we go over it with some sort of magic and figure out whether or not there's some sort of surveillance system on the ship?
I mean, you still have one
like-
bullet left, Captain.
Even
Harlow.
a spell that can detect magic?
I think. I look at my gun. I think you're right. Yes.
I can dispel magic. I can't. I mean, I can dispel magic. Though.
That also will be very useful.
What did you need, McCleary?
Well, I was just gonna ask if you are familiar with any of that, having spent time working for the Empire.
I think we tried. Am I? Ruben?
I think a little bit. I don't know if you served on a. Maybe you did. What
Or at
specifically
least I
are
wanna-
you?
I want to know if I would know if there's any sort of surveillance system on a, stock
I
standard
see.
galleon.
Or
I
like
don't-
tracking.
I don't. I think you would think of there wouldn't be because they don't plan for people taking over the ships.
Okay, right, all right.
Out of character though, and metagaming slightly with like one of the seeing spells. I forgot what it's called. You can look at a person or an object. If they have an object here that they would recognize, then they would be able to see that through the spell and track where we are, probably. Right?
That is correct.
Okay. Metagame pigeon over. That was my attempt at a
No,
pigeon.
I mean, I don't think it's metagaming. Your character knows the extent of arcane magic in this world, and you probably have either done that yourself or at least have heard about it. So
Then I say
think-
exactly what I said, but in a different voice.
So you're saying they can track us?
I mean, they'd know what we look like, so they could probably track us anyway, but it would be easier for them if they have something they know is there.
Well, in that case, I'm for scuttling the Imperial ship if we can't find a way to dissolve that. We don't need that sort of heat.
I do have detect magic. Might be able to disable it, disengage it.
That might be useful. I need to get rid of one of my enchantments anyway.
Okay.
I'll give her a whirl and see what happens.
All right. I walk over to the Imperial ship via the gangplank. I land on the deck, and I kneel down and I load the detect magic bullet into my my silver flintlock pistol. I place it at an angle so the bullet doesn't fall out of the fucking gun because it's not a modern firearm, and then I shoot it into the ship, and this like white circle of like milky white light starts to cover all the nooks and crannies of the ship. I would imagine it's big enough that I can walk around, kind of like I'm projecting a. Let me look at detect magic. It's like an effect you put on yourself, right? Double check it here. Okay, detect magic. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. Okay, if you sense magic in this way, so I can walk around the ship.
Yes.
as it happens. Okay, so I take that time. How long does it last? 10 minutes. I take the 10 minutes to do a walk around of the ship and see if I find any sort of magical affectation. And where I do see it, I take a piece of chalk and I kind of scribble on the wall or on the floor or, somewhere, unless it's like a rune or something like that.
Sure. The engine at the back of the ship, which that the Limelight does not have, mechanical of some kind, vaguely steampunk of origin, is magical, or at least has magical properties embedded in it. There is a similar faint magic presence in Brandon's desk.
Okay.
And there is also one at the very base of the ship, in one of the storage rooms that are currently yet unopened, rather.
Okay. I scribble where I need to, and I go back over and relay that information to the rest of the crew, asking for suggestions.
Well, first of all, let's go check it out, right? We know it's there, but we don't know what it is yet.
All right, let's check out the captain's chamber first.
Okay.
In his desk. The whole desk was radiating, what kind of magic?
Let me find the list of magic.
Yeah, I would like to know the
Please.
school.
Magic schools. I always...
Can I have
Like
schools of
enchantment,
magic for 500, please?
Divination,
Where is this?
Romance
Which
school.
School of Magic goes boom boom pow pow.
I just wrote magic schools and it gave me Hogwarts, which is definitely not what I'm looking
bomb.
for.
Get rid of it.
Slytherin.
Bomb. Not gonna finish it.
Turf.
If we just think about the Adventure Zone to season 1, we can figure out the schools of magic.
I suggest drawing a dick on Brandon's desk, says Liquid Mozzarella.
I mean, I assume you've got your own desk on our ship. We don't technically need the desk, but what if there's something cool in here?
It's
Well,
a
it's
bigger
magic.
desk. It's made
Can
out of
I-
mahogany. It's
can
like
I-
carved.
Can I pick my new bedroom?
Hold
I'm
on.
We
Make
haven't
sure the
decided if we're
ship
moving
is
on to
yet.
this ship yet.
Scuttle the ship.
Motherfucker. What is this? What would this be?
Draw a dick on Brandon.
If you tell
Okay,
me the
so
effect of what the magic is, I can tell you what school of magic it is.
Communication.
here- it says
There you go.
divination,
Thank you,
right?
Hawthorne.
Let me check. What is message? It is transmutation.
Oh, transmutation. That makes sense.
Then it's that.
So it's transmutation magic.
Here's the here's the funny thing. Message is transmutation. Sending is
That is evocation.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Anyway.
I think because sending
Makes no
affects things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Do you relay that information to us?
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Okay.
Well, you cast detect
Oh, I-
magic, so you would
so
know.
I would know,
what
okay,
school
yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
Seems like this desk is used to communicate somehow. This might be it.
Is it in? Can I check to see if it's the desk itself that seems magical, or if there's something inside one of the like secret compartments that we missed?
Can we
Make
light
an
it up? What if we light it
investigation
up?
chest.
Investigation.
Just.
Investigation check. Did I say?
Yeah,
Did I say that wasn't on
Investigation
purpose?
chest.
Oh man.
Investigation.
You did.
chest.
you did.
15.
My favorite kind of
Like
chest.
pun master flex over here, dude.
Investigation chest. So that must be a new character we have to add. 15,
Called
and
a
I guess
mimic.
it appears to be coming from like beneath the main lip of the desk. There is some object embedded in the desk that is glowing, or glows with the arcane effect.
Oh, there's a problem. I think it's a problem. I pluck it off the bottom of the desk.
It is a small, very thin green medallion with an arcane symbol etched into its surface, and it is lightly glowing.
Would I know what that type of arcana represents? Like if it's like arcana representation for this is the function that it does in this arcane language type of thing.
Yes, I don't think you have to roll given your expertise in this area. It is a communication device. It is a communication device that is designed not to communicate, well, Yeah, I think you would know this. It's not like a sending stone to communicate in the normal space. This device, you know what? Make an Arcana check with advantage, just to make sure, because it is a weird thing.
+7. And another one. 25.
25. This device allows one to convert telepathic language or telepathic communication into something spoken. So, for example, an individual could, use, psychic abilities to communicate to the object, and it would convert it into verbal form, and vice versa. So it's a special kind of communication that allows you to work within that plane, so to speak.
Captain, this looks kind of... I know the basics of it, but this seems more like your forte, I think.
Okay.
Do you know anything about this with where you're from?
Does this seem like any device that I've seen on an Imperial ship before? Is it Imperial, or is it something Brandon did?
Describe to me the extent of your infiltration on these vessels in the past. In your mind.
I've been in my lore. I was essentially first mate, but instead of first mate, it was like first interrogator on a ship. I wasn't the captain, but I was somebody who had a high position on the ship, and I would interact often with Imperial officers, people who are, they're named officers. They're people who have been, working in the no one like an admiral or anything like that, but like I would interact with the lower ranking people often and often outrank them. I don't know if that means anything, but I'd be privy to, I would say, like subsurface level information, nothing super ultra top secret, but like, I know I might know what this is, for instance. You know what I mean?
Sure. I think you probably saw the captain that you were working with use a device either like this or exactly like this to communicate to someone unknown. I think you might have walked into his office and saw him touching this thing under the desk, making it glow even brighter, and talking to someone with it. So you've seen this used on other Imperial vessels.
Yeah, that's a communication device of some kind. Let me see it.
Sure.
I hold it up to my mouth, and I say my old Imperial rank and number, and, basically lie and tell them that I am the officer that I was. If talk into the stone, whatever, just if I'm trying to communicate with somebody.
Mm-hmm. Make a deception check.
Okay, I think I'm actually good at this. 20.
Okay.
Oh.
Give me 1 second here. The device lights up briefly, and you do hear a message on the other end, and it says, "This is only an authorized channel for Imperial officers of captain rank or higher. Could you please put on Reinmar?"
And I put the receiver down and I go, "Is that Brandon?"
Hey.
Yes.
Okay. Hold please. So
Yeah, let me go find
Guys, you're doing great.
Sonny, you had to do the please hold music.
do we above game, do we get Brandon or do we not?
Brandon's
No,
gone.
Brandon's
You
rid of
saw
it.
him
Not
away
on
in
a
a
ship.
rowboat.
Oh right. Okay, fuck. I completely forgot about that. Fuck.
One of you stole his clothes.
He's not even wearing
We
clothes.
gave him other clothes. We gave him more clothes. Anyway, fuck.
Eat it.
Wasn't expecting to-
Just lie. He was killed in battle. Just lie.
Oh,
Not the Katamari music.
Captain Brandon has had a bit too much to drink, and has been passed out for the last few days. On a bit of a bender.
He's got the scurvy.
Understood.
Just like my head.
State the requested navigational destination.
Oh shit.
Hey,
yeah.
we're trying to find Pan on what
Crown
the hell
Keep.
is it called? Crown Keep.
We have been told to rendezvous in a few days at Crown Keep. Can we possibly get the coordinates for it?
Hold on a second.
That was a terrible. Above board, that was a terrible idea.
That really
We'll
was.
find
Oh yeah.
I took your location away.
hey, you know, risk reward.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how. What would they say?
Every day Marini loses faith
Well,
in
they're
you.
either gonna give it to us for real, or they'll know we're lying and give us jail.
Definitely never lying.
You gotta catch us first.
Set coordinates for 115-2-6. Travel time estimation 6 days, 13 hours, 2 minutes, 15 seconds.
Damn.
Environmental considerations clear, code blue. Enemy configuration unknown. Be wary of level S or higher. This
Would I-
is a notation from the Line Guild.
Okay.
Hey,
I write
Please.
that down.
Please confirm back coordinates.
I read back what I read back what I wrote down.
It stops talking.
All right. I throw it on the
Navigated this
ground and I stomp on it.
Made out of metal.
hey, Ruben.
Smashes. Yeah?
Do you think, like, even though Freya doesn't know a whole lot about what her dad does, but knowing
This is some top
Okay.
secret shit.
so she wouldn't know jack shit about this.
Not
okay.
about this. Not about
Okay.
this. No. You do not know who is on the other end.
All right, cool.
Okay.
It was me. I was on the other end. Surprise.
And I run over to the other ship and start bringing things over to this one. All
The
right.
fuck is a code blue?
We don't have a whole lot of time now, so we probably got to get out of here and make us scarce.
Get out of here! I said we were gonna go to the port and.
We
buy
are, but
supplies.
I'm pretty sure they know exactly where we are, so we should move.
Dear
Okay, what
Captain, how attached are we to this ship if we wanted to use it as a distraction?
If it gets dire, I'd be down for that.
Fair.
Wait, for what shit? Because if they... Are we not sure they don't just have a way to track these Imperial ships?
That's
No.
what I'm saying.
Magic little shit charts.
All right, so
I'm just
Then
very
which ship are
confused
we
who's
taking?
taking shit from which boat to which boat.
I.
I think we should stay on this boat, the Imperial boat, because when I did my detect magic spell, I noticed 3 things. One was the engine, makes it go, understandable. One was a desk, we found the device, got information, smashed it, and wait. There's still one more. There's still one more. I run downstairs to the bottom base of the ship and see what was the last thing that was glowing and what school of magic that is from.
That is. Oh my god, we flop the school of magic thing again. This is. No.
Wait, I think Hawthorne put it in the chat. Let me scroll back up.
He said necromancy twice.
Yeah.
Then it must
We
be
got-
necromancy.
Well, that's because it's the most
Guys.
important one.
Guys, so nice you kill him twice.
School of abjuration.
Fuck, what is that?
Abjuration?
Like
Um,
protection, defense, prevention from entering.
Hey guys, this is
I
better.
shout for Myrtle.
I'm on my way, Captain.
I mean, I would
Myrtle,
assume if you just suddenly booked it out the room,
We
Everyone was gonna
probably
follow.
Yeah.
followed you.
Myrtle is gonna lift his one eye patch that has his like placed an eye, and then he's going to have those little National Treasure glasses that like overlap each other, and then he's going to cast Identify.
That's great. I love that image. There is an anti-magic field.
An anti-magic?
Well-
does it look like it's turned on, or is it something that we can activate when we choose to?
Is the door? Have you opened the door?
Oh, that answers my
There's a
question.
door.
It's behind the door. It looks like a storage closet or something of that size.
Let's open her up.
Yeah, I gesture for Myrtle to open it.
Yeah,
Be my
I'll
guest.
open it up. Are there any traps or any magical effects that look like they will be set off if I do this?
Make an investigation check.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I mean, I could dispel magic if you guys want, but
Well, I can as well, but
okay.
It
I
looks
just don't have
safe
a
to
sheet up at the
me.
minute.
Just looks fine
Actually,
to me.
you know what? I'd rather someone else do it. I forgot what
I think it'll be fine. Live a little. I approach it, and I open her up. I tinker around and see what it's all about.
Okay. You open the door, and you see inside, in like a rectangular case standing up, kind of. Well, I think sort of like. Have you seen Star Wars, right?
Yes.
When Han Solo gets like put into like the silver or whatever it is, the carbonite. Yeah.
God, is there a man?
There's a individual encased in a silver and green material, in which only everything above the face is not in the silver portion. They appear to be, their eyes are closed, and you can tell that there has been some kind of horrible affliction or effect done to their skin. There are green and black splotches everywhere. It appears that their arms have shrunk a little bit. They appear to have been fucked up in some capacity.
Where's the school?
Real quick follow-up to that. Does it look like this is because of the magic, or that this is a way to suspend them in time temporarily?
Make another investigation check for that particular question.
Okay.
His arms are shrunken.
It suddenly became a house
18.
of horrors.
This place
18.
is scary. I don't like this book.
You've never seen this. You've never seen this particular holding object, but from your particular set of experiences, I think you would know that this is preserving the body to be in a good condition, to slow down aging. That's the silvery material. The green material is something you have not encountered. It does not appear to be arcane. It's unclear what effect it might have. I will say, actually, I won't say that because that would give it away. So, it appears that this object is preserving the body to some extent.
This body, it looks like a person. Is it a human?
It appears to be a
Yes,
human. Yes.
Yeah.
Captain, you're definitely going to want to see this one.
Would I know what this process like? What's?
Nope. You would
Jesus
definitely not
Christ.
know this.
I'm a cleric though, so would I know something about? I guess I'm not a very devout cleric.
You're not a good player.
Is it moving? Does it look alive?
Slap him.
Make a medicine check.
do we want to?
Pick him up.
We could always pop
Fine.
some healing into him.
8.
I
I don't think he's gonna pull through.
That man's
Let's
dead.
break him out of there.
There is the
Dad, when you
slightest shifting of what is their chest that appears to be breathing.
Holy shit, they're alive. Get him up.
No, wait a minute.
Oh, let's not.
This thing could be cursed.
You don't know where that thing's been.
Right, we don't know
You
what
wanna
the
kill it,
Empire's doing.
Sonny? Be my guest.
No,
Well,
Oh, you're
kill it,
being a
sure.
fucking idiot right now.
Yeah, clear, sure.
no, stop.
Look at the thing. I mean, poor bastard. We don't know what he's
Had
doing.
no
We don't know what he's been
arms.
through. You want a What if he's holding an ancient curse that?
Oh, what if he has information?
He, like what?
I don't know. Whatever's in his little husky.
You don't know, but he's being held.
What if he's
on
got
an
the black
Imperial ship.
spot?
What is black
Well,
spot? I
Oh.
just
It's
gotta
the
shut
plague.
up.
It's the plague.
Plague.
Oh.
Well, then we're all fucked.
Needs some
Hey.
milk.
Well, you're all fucked.
Well, I mean,
I'm too
Is it-
cool.
so this is some type of what kind of thing is surrounding this breathing individual?
So,
Was
he-
like was it?
so he's in like a rectangular coffin-like box that's transparent.
Oh, he's got a fucking iron lung.
Oh.
There's the silver material that goes up to the chest. There's the green that covers the head.
Question. Now you guys got various mumbo jumbo magics. Is there anything you can do that you could talk to someone while they're sleeping, or
Maybe we can-
telepathically or something?
See if we can wake him up.
I can command him to wake up if that even works.
What
Maybe a
about
good idea.
without waking them up?
Some clue.
Let me check my book.
no.
I mean, the only thing I can do kind of like that is I'm not gonna learn for a long time from my patron.
Well. All right. Wake
What
them
if
up.
we
If we all
just-
die, we die, right?
Well,
Can I
I c-
can I just cast healing word on this dude? If he's
Does
just
it touch him?
unconscious, but he's got healing. Well, healing word is verbal.
Oh,
I don't
that's
have
true.
to touch
Okay,
him. Cure
okay.
wounds is touch.
You just be like.
I mean,
"Get
I'll
up."
I'll
Don't
do cure-
touch him.
Hey, knock, 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 knock. Are you alive?
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
You know, I really don't want to have to take care of this feller.
And then he gets 9 HP.
Hey,
9
wake
HP
up.
into the corpse.
Wake
Hey,
up, dude.
dude, you're kind of weirding us out.
He's in the fucking.
And nothing seems to. First of all, do you pull the object out of the area where the anti-magic field is, or do you cast the healing word into the anti-magic field?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
because
Do
it's
it-
anti-magic field. Okay.
Nobody fucking
I feel like
Wait, do we know what
Shit.
is causing the anti-magic field?
I feel like we shouldn't take out the anti-magic
We have to
field
dispel
because
magic
that might
anywhere?
be
You know what?
keeping
I'm just
him
gonna dispel
in.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my
Everyone.
God.
Oh boy.
Spell it.
All right.
Actually, you know what?
What if the anti-magic is keeping him
It's keeping
from
him in.
destroying
No,
everyone?
Don't make me feel like I'm.
He's
Why-
not locked in here with us. We're
I'm
second
Why-
gonna,
grade.
why do
I'm
you
gonna do
assume
something
this-
instead. Is it really quickly? Is the anti-magic field thing like what is causing it? What is causing that effect?
There appears to be an object in the floorboards that is casting this spell perpetually.
I'm going to dig that out and put it into the bag of holding for later, if
Wait,
possible.
Before
But,
we
but what into the bag of holding?
Well, what did McCleary say?
Before we start messing with that thing, here's just a minor suggestion. We all close the door quietly, pretend we never saw this guy, and scuttle the ship, eh? They put an anti-magic thing in this room. A living corpse, let's be honest. What do you suppose he's emitting that they're trying to block?
But I mean, it was the Imperials doing it, so he has to be
Well, it doesn't
useful.
mean they're all bad.
wonder
They're not
if
gonna
he's a
carry around a
prisoner.
curse on their own ship
Does
without.
it look? Do I know what kind of species of creature this is?
It appears
Or-
to be
or-
a mutilated human. Yeah.
Oh, a mutilated human. Holy shit.
Oh, that's
damn.
so. He says that so calmly.
maybe how about we wait till we get to a safe shore before we decide to open up potentially.
Hey, well, if anything
Pandora's
happens, I
box.
can just torch the ship, right?
It's
Hmm.
interesting,
See,
this
so-
fucking thing.
So I
We're
think
s-
my
we're
idea
keeping
is
this
the,
ship.
so my idea is now the best idea. So yeah,
Hard agree.
while I kind of am interested to see what this guy is, but maybe
Well,
we
I'm glad
should
we
go
found it
somewhere
now,
safe first. Yeah.
And not 500 miles from now.
Yeah, let's go somewhere like get the shore somewhere and then take him off the boat and then wake him up.
I mean, we are at shore. We haven't left yet.
Is he able? Can I lift it? The like the apparatus that he's in?
It's probably very heavy, but it is liftable. It's not fixed
Why
to the
don't we
ground
just
or
push him
anything.
into the fucking ocean?
You're an
mean,
innocent
my
man.
I mean, honestly, he can't drown, so.
Kenny,
I mean, he's
No,
encased
no,
in...
he looks half dead
Okay,
already. Let's
he
just get him the
does.
rest of the way
Get
there.
him out of his misery.
Now,
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
do we want?
But what
I-
if he has information?
Right.
I kind of want to know what kind.
What
kind
if
of
we can
spell
help
that is.
him? What is
That's
wrong with you
rude.
people?
Sonny's like, what if we can actually do something good? Like,
No.
bastards.
Look at his arms. What are we gonna do for him?
What's he gonna do with
T-Rex, if I
those?
knew what that was.
I think we all know the Imperium enough to know that they had to have had him for a reason. And I
Right.
feel unsettled not knowing what that reason is.
All right.
That's true.
Okay, wait. Let's just take a vote then, eh? Do we wake the man up now, find out what he has, or do we wake him later, or do we just dump him off the ship?
I say we wake him up now.
I
Alright.
say we wake him up when we get somewhere ashore. At
Okay,
very least, I
alright.
want to know what that spell, whatever this thing is,
Alright,
in
that
case we
makes
see
sense.
it again.
Zombie pet.
What? We're not keeping a zombie pet. Oh my god. What's the noise?
That's a zombie.
We don't know what it is yet. It's not dead yet. I don't think so. It's wiggling around in there.
It's wiggling. Oh.
Now, I
Takai,
was against
Sonny,
this idea at first,
Marinese.
but you've edged me so much that I do want to know what it has to do.
Did you just say edge?
Yes, and?
What does that mean?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Tell
Oh
you
no,
when you're
you're
older.
older.
We'll tell you when you're.
I am old enough. I'm certain of this.
Yeah, you're like 3,000 years old. We found
Stop
your box.
making up no. Stop making up
You
numbers.
found your
I'm not
box.
an
You,
ancient
you do have a
pharaoh.
box. Much like this man, you do have a box.
If you do have a box, you should probably be in.
Wait,
You know, my fascination with boxes has tempted me to wake up this guy now all of a sudden.
But,
All right.
I mean, I'm fine with waking him up just so we can find out what the fuck's going on. But
Hey,
like, if he's miserable, like, we should like probably put him out of his misery.
One more thing. Myrtle, that device you just put away.
Yes.
Do you think you might be able to figure out how to control it? Like maybe there's an
That's
on and
what
off
I'm hoping.
switch.
I'm hoping that we can utilize its power in some way. Has to be useful in some situation.
Okay. Captain, how about this? We let Myrtle figure out how to use it. That way, if for some reason this guy's some type of maniac, we can maybe put him back in the box.
That's not a bad idea either.
I mean, if he's some kind of maniac, I just assumed McCleary was gonna shoot him.
Well,
Hey.
I mean, if he's a maniac that deserves being put in the anti-magic
So,
field, he
so
might.
much for a vote, right?
right.
Yeah.
Let's just
I-
wake
This
the
is not a
bastard up. Look
democracy.
at-
This is a pirate ship.
It's
Hey,
your call.
you're
It's
right.
your call, Captain.
We're
It's your call.
running out of
Freya.
time, but you know what? We need to deal with this now, and if we don't deal with it now, we might have to deal with it in a crisis situation. We
Hey,
have
and you know-
time.
Hey, so
Fair-
Freya's gonna run off and go grab one of the coins from the treasure boxes, and she's gonna come back and say, "We should flip a coin."
Why?
I
Let's just
mean,
wake him up.
No,
Fuck
Sonny
it.
is right here. This ain't no democracy. We put Harlow in charge. Captain, it's your call.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
Okay. Situation's getting a little bit tense here. So, what I'm gonna do is say we wake him up, deal with it now, prepare ourselves. We're not just gonna do it half-cocked, all right? We'll have some
Full cock
precautions
on,
in
got
place.
it.
Cock
Full
on.
cock.
Fuck yeah.
At that, I cock. Parents.
You cock.
I
yes.
cock.
Now, the question is, who's the best person to wake him up? And I look at Sonny.
What the fuck? Why do you always have a child do things for you? You go wake him up. You're the
He
captain.
wants to be the good guy. Let's let him be the good guy.
Wow, Captain.
Fine. If you're too much of a coward, then I will.
Oh,
Wait,
Are we out of the field?
Wait. If you're too scared, Sonny, it's okay. Take
Yeah,
little
I'll
Zeke
go
with
wake
you.
him up.
Take little Z with you.
I'm not taking that thing with me.
Look,
No.
Moosh
please.
hisses
I'll go
at
with
Little
you.
Z.
Oh my god.
Take Little Z into the anti-magic field. I would love to see what happens.
not even into the anti-magic field. I mean like emotional support. What
Why
the
do you
heck?
have a puppet?
What emotional support is that puppet of yours gonna be?
You know, if I didn't know
Alright.
any
It's
better,
just gonna
it's like
make
you guys
fun of
don't
me.
like little Z.
Say we eat him.
All
Wait
right,
a minute
what?
now. Okay, Myrtle, do we remove the anti-magic field? Yes or no?
What, just a quick check. Would I know that? What is this transportable? Can I move this around, or is this attached to the ship's like core?
It's currently attached to the ship. So you could, in theory, dig under the floorboards and slowly pry this device out.
But it's not like
surrounds
powering the ship or anything like that,
okay.
right?
It appears to be separate
Okay.
from the engines in the back. The car, so to delay the setting, the room currently, the anti-magic field surrounds the entire edge of the closet-like space where this is in. The box is still with the individual is still in the room right now. It's not attached to anything other than just standing on the upright on the ground. So you could drag it out. You could also try to turn off the field first, and you have options here basically. So you let me know what you want to do.
So I'm thinking is, go ahead.
I want to dig out the thing so that if he is magical or wants to do some magical shit, we just pull out the fucking thing. Does that make sense? And then anti-magic again.
Drag him out and then push him in.
That will. So if you take it out, that will create a hole in the field. Is that intended?
Oh. What? Explain for Himbo Moth, please.
So there's like different little things, I guess like little pebbles or whatever the hell, beneath the floorboards in a kind of a circle around.
Oh, it's not just one. It's like scattered.
They're scattered. It is designed so that the anti-magic field fully surrounds this object 360 degrees.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Well, why don't we pull him out of the room and then we can just push him back in?
We can physically grab him.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna leave it there for now.
Well, hang on. Above table, before we do we want to be doing this today? After everybody has just been blowing up ships?
I mean, what is he, like a fucking lich or something? He can't be that
We don't know that. He's in a fucking anti-magic field on an Imperial ship. We don't know what he is.
His mouth and just like blast us.
Okay, well then let's try to wake him up in the anti-magic field.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, how do you think we're gonna do that?
Well, start slapping him.
Tip him over and pull his grippers out of the circle, and then we touch the grippers and undo the magic.
Please rephrase.
Can you please stop saying grippers?
No.
I like how you think, Myrtle.
Thank you.
So you're just gonna knock the dude in a box.
Sonny, just wake him up, will you? Or I will. Let's just shake him. Is he sleeping or what?
Why don't
Shake
I
'em.
just do it since everybody else seems to be having a hard time figuring this out?
All
I'd
right,
like to
Fred.
roll a
You do.
slap.
Well, if you do it, you'll probably get killed in the process.
I.
Oh, there it is.
Let her
Alright.
cook. Let her cook.
I'm gonna try to go shake him awake. Hey, laddie, is there anybody home in there?
You're shaking the box?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a fucking fish tank. Bing, 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 bing.
It's like the Finding Nemo scene.
Oh
God.
Is this?
Make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh fuck!
God damn it.
I get a bonus with Mirny, or is that negated?
You do. You get a +2, I think. Let me check. Just
Does
to
it
make
go
sure.
through
but-
the-
Anti-magic.
Does it go
Yeah.
through the anti-magic field?
Yeah, it's a part of. It's my innate ability. So.
I guess it's not a spell or anything.
Holy.
So that,
Okay.
All right, just let me know the final number
Yeah,
before
aura.
anything happens.
Okay. Final number's 24.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Woo!
as you shake the box, you don't see any physical change in the individual that is in the box, but you do hear a voice enter your mind, as loud as you've ever heard anything. And interestingly, it's not. There's shades of this effect that remind you a little bit of your first encounter with Achilles. And the voice says, "Explain yourselves. What is your presence here on the Endeavor?"
We seek to see if you're okay.
Wait
Buddy?
a minute. Is that? I mean, is this how they find where to go? They have some
Do we-
weird
do we
psychic
all
guy
hear this?
locked up, or
No,
think
that's
so.
what the little coin was for.
the coin?
This
Okay.
might be how they track the ships, maybe though.
Whatever this is.
Does he
the
re- does he
same, like,
respond to me?
Species as a killer.
Intruders have been spotted on the Endeavor. Sending
Gosh, dude.
coordinates.
Oh no! Shut him off! Shut him off! Shut him off!
Kill him! Kill him!
Shut him
Everybody
off!
off the ship.
No,
Wait,
shut him off!
was this something he said, or was that just only in my mind?
That's still only in your mind.
Still in your mind.
Okay, I step back from him and I say, right. He just said something about intruders and he yelled really loud in my head, and I think that.
Oh
think-
God! Step back! Step back! Step back! Everybody.
Aaron
casting
takes out the fire sword. We're
I'm casting banishment on the box.
Okay, that's better.
Oh, okay.
Actually, first before is anti-magic field, right? Still in there.
Get
Right?
the
Yeah,
anti
you gotta take.
Okay,
you
okay,
gotta
I
Reel him
cast-
out in the hallway and then
I
go
cast-
on him.
Wait, did we pull
Wait
him
a
out
minute.
already?
When I touched him, it did something not unlike what Achilles had done to us in the past. I think I resisted it, but if you touch that box, you might.
Then here, I'm gonna pick up one of the small stones out of the circle, remove it, and then say go.
All right, banishment. I cast banishment on the box. Fuck that guy.
Let me let me look at what banishment how this works.
He's gotta stay out for a minute.
But if
If you
we're
keep him out for the full
moving,
minute, he doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Must succeed on a charisma saving throw or be banished. Where does
This
it get
doesn't
banished
work
to?
when you think this.
What is it
To
do-
another
is it a-
plane of existence. It looks
Jesus.
Like a
Then
pocket
in a
plane.
plane of fire.
It's just a
Banish
for
the
banishment
target to a harmless demi-plane. Harmless
Okay.
demi-plane. While their
Okay.
target is
That
incapacitated.
they can stay in forever.
He's free.
I think it's a minute.
12.
Oh fuck! That might work.
Is it 12?
the ship.
Where's my?
12 should fail.
Yeah, I think 12 failed. I just don't remember where.
You
look
probably
for the,
it's probably
the-
AC 16, I think. At this point.
Why can I not find where the saving
It-
throw?
Is it on?
It'll
is
be
it
on your
roll
spells
20
sheet, I
or
think.
your.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, spell save DC. Got it. Yeah, you failed. Sorry.
Okay. It's popped into a, as you said, harmless demi-plane.
Yes, for a minute. Now I'm assuming you want me to roll again.
No, I will need to roll again, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah. It has to make
No,
it
that's
every
not.
one.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes.
What, do you have to touch it for banishment?
Oh wait, no, yeah, the
No,
magic.
wild
okay.
magic table.
Wild magic,
Oh
baby.
no!
This whole place could go
Okay.
down.
Why would you wish upon that? Okay. Maybe I should have said nothing. Okay. Wild magic table. Let me pull that out. Roll D. What D100, right? No, D20 first.
D20 first.
Yep. All right. D20.
Anything but an at one. Okay. You're
There
good.
we go. Good.
Oh, fuck.
I can hear you guys holding your breath. Jesus
I
Christ.
have hiccups now, which is great.
Oh.
Go
Okay.
throw up.
I'll roll it. I'll roll it 2 more times.
What?
Why are you rolling it twice more?
Well, it should be 6 times more because it's each turn, right?
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Wait.
Are we just sitting here
Oh,
waiting
yeah, I guess you're
patiently?
right. I guess you're right.
Well, it's only
So,
1
no,
minute.
No, that gives you a minute. So figure out a plan.
all right,
You have
Captain.
time.
Back?
What?
60?
Where will he come
59?
back to?
He doesn't get
58.
to make other saves.
What if I just burn the body?
Body's
Well,
gone.
He's not there anymore.
Already,
that's
yeah,
fair,
he's already
that's
in a
fair.
different plane.
So if we start this ship moving, will he appear back on the ship, or will
Oh
he
my
appear in
God.
the spot
Oh,
where
my
the ship used to
brain.
be?
Why
That's a
did we
good
do
question.
this?
No, he won't come back.
Whoa.
He won't come back.
Yeah,
he
he
doesn't
doesn't
get
have
to
other-
make. He doesn't get to make another save. I'm reading it now. There's
We
no
just have to keep him
other
there.
save. You just have to concentrate on it for a minute, and then he does not come back.
Okay, then it doesn't matter what I rolled.
Holy shit, he's gone.
There's no one here to attack you to break your concentration. So if you hold it for the whole minute,
Oh.
Razim,
Holy fuck.
it ain't coming back.
All right, well, I'm holding it.
Poofed.
All right, a minute's passed. It does not return.
Nice
well.
thinking.
I'll take a huge sigh of relief.
Yay.
That said, don't sigh too much because they know where we are now.
Yeah,
and you know,
probably
I
sent off
really,
more notes.
I really don't. It said something about an intruder, and I think that thing's working for the Empire, and I really don't trust this ship anymore. I think we should just scuttle the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
What we can use first.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to get so much fucking wood. Help
you
me,
can-
Freya.
oh,
I'm
You
gonna.
can burn it. That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll burn it. When we're ready, we got to get everything we want off of it first.
Okay.
This place sucks.
She's gonna help Scuttle.
No, we're looting first.
Yeah, we
Oh,
loot. We
she's
loot.
gonna
we
help
loot.
loot it first.
So y'all will loot the
Yeah.
Endeavor, or the Hanging Man, as it was called for a few minutes, and we'll then where y'all scuttling it to? Claystone or somewhere else?
Would we
Just
like to
sink it
scuttle
here.
it ashore or sink it here?
Get
I say we
here.
sink it. If
Sink
the
it.
Empire's looking for it, it'll give them
Okay,
a
yeah.
bit of a problem.
They'll have
Okay.
a lovely coral reef to come find.
And unless we just send it off in a random direction, the opposite of where we're going.
Set the sails and just set her adrift. We
Set
can
her
do that.
adrift.
Smart. Yeah. We should do that.
Okay.
But you can still light it on fire if you want, I guess.
I'm,
Freya.
I'm still getting wood first.
No, let them.
Yeah, do we
let
get
them-
any supplies from this? Or
I think
I
I,
bet-
I think
yeah,
I
we
gave
should.
the
You
stuff
did,
you got.
yeah.
last
Yeah,
time.
because we have 100 food, 100 water, 100 sails,
okay.
100 wood.
Oh, I thought we bought that stuff.
Oh shit! I think
no, we got stuff from looting the ship.
Yeah, we got stuff from looting
Oh,
the
did
ship.
we?
Okay.
I don't know if it
Yeah.
was just treasure or we're pulling up boards and shit.
Oh, I
It's a
meant
mix.
like weapons.
Can we
and
steal that
stuff this
engine?
time.
Can we steal the engine?
Really fast.
Otter is making good questions in the chat. Can we
That is a
steal
good
the
point.
engine?
I want to, while they're gathering things like that, I'm going to start mapping out the schematics of the runes that were made to do the anti-magic field to see if I can figure out the patterns, the runes that were laid between each stone, etc., so that I can find a way to replicate that eventually down the road.
Okay. Okay.
And then I'm going to
cool.
take one of the take the rocks.
Okay, so there might be a problem with the banishment.
Don't say
What do you
is-
mean?
Is the target of the banishment native to a different plane of existence than the one we're currently on?
No, it's native to this plane.
Fuck.
What do you mean,
It's-
fuck?
What do you mean, fuck?
If
Coming
it's
back?
native, it only doesn't return if it's native to a different plane of existence to this one.
No, hang on.
I'm
As-
shaking my table. I'm shaking my table.
Debating this, the box appears now with the anti-magic field no longer there because
Oh, hi. We were just talking about you.
I need everyone to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh my god.
Okay, everyone add +2.
Okay.
+2.
Okay.
Oh my
That's not gonna help. I'm a dum dum.
It's okay.
So-
Y'all
I,
want
know,
a 15 or higher.
Try to Kai.
I, I'm going to use my inspiration to reroll
Oh
that.
wow.
Fuck yeah, 16.
How the hell did I manage that?
Dude, we have a lot of
Okay.
us.
23.
Actually,
Uh,
no, wait, hold on. Most of us made it. We're good.
Who has okay? Who has the lowest right now?
I
You.
have.
Razim has 7.
He's a lost cause.
Oh, you got yeah, you got that one.
Wait. You said wait. You said it's a is it 15?
Intelligence saving throw, DC 15.
Oh, I got a 7. Where we see a 7 now? I don't see it on the screen.
You
No,
have
the-
7 raw.
No, the 7 was his wild magic roll.
Oh, you haven't
okay.
rolled yet.
Oh,
then,
yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. My bad. Wisdom saving throw.
Intelligence.
Intelligence
20
save.
Oh,
+2.
intelligence.
And add it
Intelligence,
to
plus 2.
add a plus
Oh,
2.
so what?
20 plus 2.
So how much is yours right now? Oh, then
Wait,
we're
wait.
good.
You don't have. Well, you saved anyways. Okay, whatever.
Does anyone have lower than a 17?
Or 17, I guess. I think everyone passed.
All right.
Besides Nathaniel, besides Myrtle.
No, I rerolled it. I used my inspiration that I've been
Wow.
holding on to.
Okay, cool.
You
cool.
rolled a
for the
strength
20.
save, though.
Did I?
I mean,
you
well, I'll
did,
just
yeah.
change the number. It'll strength.
Yeah,
Well,
you-
he'll
It's even
You got a
higher than
26.
it's even higher
Yeah.
than.
I think that's everyone. Yeah, who rolled.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank God.
Okay,
Fuck.
y'all feel an intense psychic energy. Again, very similar to the effect that Achilles used, I guess, on you twice now. As you hear this figure scream into your mind, and with previously the anti-magic field was up, now it is down. And for a moment, it is just this individual screaming as if they are in horrible pain. It begins to die down after like a solid 30 seconds of this happening. And the individual, I'm not going to act this out because I for the benefit of my
Scream,
neighbors here.
Ruben.
But it is as if they are slowly getting used to whatever has changed in their environment, and that is allowing them to, get into a more calm state. Something about the fact that the anti-magic field was dropped made their experience so oppressive and intense they were unable to handle it. now that they're in a better state and y'all are not hearing screaming in your head, you do still hear this voice. And they
Did you
say,
need this? Do you want me to put this back for you by any chance?
Navigation coordinate 61-2-5.
I would like
Hey.
to try and shoot him in the face.
I cast a spell. I just panic.
Stop making numbers.
A spell on what?
Stop making.
I want to cast a spell. Can I have a wisdom save? I think Sonny's just panicked now.
Sure.
It feels like Achilles and he's just fucking speaking numbers.
That's an 8.
You know, that's a fail. So I'm gonna cast this. And
Phantasmal
it is
shit.
Phantasmal
Ooh.
killer. What the
Fucking get him.
Fourth
surprise.
level. You tap with
Holy
a 9
shit.
creature can see within range.
That's fucking rad.
Isn't that just gonna make him scream more? What the heck?
Depends on if it just kills him or not.
Oh, that's true.
Should help.
Okay.
4d10.
We will deal with the fucking cliff notes of if this is actually a person or not later.
The eyes
Okay.
open up, and you see bloodshot, green-blue 2 pupils. And the blood begins to the veins begin to throb and thicken, and then the head just lolls to the side. It's not moving.
I think you killed it.
There's some
Hey,
quick
what the
thinking there.
fuck?
He's sleeping.
I don't wanna
He's
be here
sleeping,
anymore.
Right? Yes.
I'm leaving.
He is
Yeah,
Sonny's
definitely
gone. He's gone.
Yeah, I think this ship is a lost cause. Let's just. Yeah.
He needs a long nap. Let's get out of here, right, Captain?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
And we do.
Back to the line.
Oh, we do.
But we grab everything on the way out.
Yes.
He grabbed everything.
Okay.
Let's have
yeah,
let's have the ship. Let's have the ship.
Yeah,
go
we got
somewhere.
a couple cannons off of this thing too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well,
That was horrifying
That was
experience.
something.
Yeah, let's burn this motherfucker down.
Wait, are we burning it or
you-
are we letting it drift
set,
off?
Set sail. Set it to sail.
let's
I
let
told you.
sail.
Set it to sail.
You set it sail in the opposite direction.
Mhm.
Yep. Turn
Uh,
this fucker around.
And
then-
head towards Crown Keep. The sun is now setting on this very eventful day. Just as the clouds begin to finally clear up, winds are favorable in the direction that you're currently going. It's getting a little bit colder in the air, but otherwise nothing unusual for an evening at sea. You have about maybe a week or so of time before you get there. What do y'all do this evening?
Damn.
Because presumably we do not want to go back to Claystone Island,
Yeah.
given that the
Yeah,
Empire
yeah.
is searching or going to be searching those coordinates.
Yes.
So we're gonna go straight on to
Yeah.
the
The
Pan
Crown Keep.
place. Okay.
Yeah. I guess we're going at a good clip. Are the winds favorable on our journey?
They are, yes.
Okay. All right. Just making sure that we're going we're not facing any sort of weather or anything.
Not at the moment.
Well, your little Imperial disc said that the weather was going to be okay and it would take 6 days and 13 hours and however the fuck long.
Oh, right. Yeah. We got all kinds of other fun things out of that too, which had enemy classes. Would I know anything about a classification system that the Empire had?
Yeah, roughly. SAB S plus. Using the old anime system. It basically their informal way of categorizing pirates. It's based off of both individual experiences and also largely by bounty, which is kind of what that number represents. So
Okay.
the crowns of paradise would be S level. Some of the higher level folks in the new world would be S plus or SS or whatever it's going to be.
Okay. And he said the enemy classifications were S class?
Presumably
think
referring
I
to
said-
Pan.
I think I said
S.
S in the area.
Oh, okay. Damn. All right.
When you talked about Crown Keep. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They
All right.
know. Okay.
Let's see. What do we do? So are we just doing this night by night?
Well, no. We will have this kind of one evening here. Any sort of character interactions that y'all want to do. We're not gonna. We'll then fast travel to the next destination.
Right.
We can deduct all the fun resources stuff on the side. So, evening at sea. What do y'all do?
Oh well, don't everyone go at once.
Well, I want to. Obviously, I want to talk to someone, but I don't want to hog it. So if someone else wants to go first,
Hey,
otherwise I'll go.
just do it.
I know that at some point during the evening, Takai's probably going to come find Razim.
Okay.
What's Razim doing? What's Razim doing this evening?
I think he's just I think he's just relaxing with little Z. Little Z's just chilling over there, being a good boy for once. And
I think
he's just chilling.
Okay. I think when Takai comes over, he's cast one of his new spells, Greater Invisibility, and he just kind of sneaks up and says, Razim, it's me, the ghost of your past from 2,000 years ago.
Razim starts laughing and immediately casts his spell magic.
Oh, you're no fucking fun.
What are you talking about? That was hilarious.
So, like...
Oh, fuck. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything.
So, like, you use magic, right?
Really? Yeah.
So, like, where does yours come from?
I guess I was just born with it. I guess I just always knew how to use it.
So,
I really thought about it.
So, like... What was that whole thing that one time when you cast a spell and then immediately got, like, 10 feet taller and, like, significantly more attractive?
Well, I don't know about that second part, but, well, I don't know, but well, I just always assumed that's how it is. When you cast magic, sometimes it could backfire, right? Or something. Every time I cast it, it's always had this weird feeling that it could screw up. But so far, it hasn't really been happening that much lately.
I've never really felt anything like that, but then again, my magic, well, I didn't really start out with it. One day I just kind of went searching and I found Virtus out in the wilderness of my island, and he agreed to give me power. As long as I didn't bore him.
Oh, so someone gave you your powers?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I don't remember too much after a certain point, but beyond a certain point, but I just have this feeling I've always had these powers. Or this magic. At least that's what I want to believe.
Well, I mean, as old as you are, like, I'm sure you have plenty of memories that are just...
As old as I am. Oh, I'm not that old. I seem to be pretty young.
How old do you think you are, anyway?
I mean, if I was to guess, yeah, I look like I'm in my mid-20s at least. Something like that. Or maybe I age differently. So maybe I'm a little bit younger? I don't really know. But I'm guessing like 23 or 25, something like that.
And you don't know anything about all that weird stuff with your face on it.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. At first, I thought it really was me, but I mean, come on, that was. I mean, I'm gonna guess that thing is probably way older than me, so I don't see how that would happen unless it's like some oddly similar looking ancestor or something, right? What is that? What's the numbers here for?
I was counting down while we were trying to figure out what to do with.
Oh, okay. Oh, because you were okay. I get it. Yeah, but yeah, I've always been able to cast magic, well, certain types of magic, pretty well, I guess. And then, as I kind of wandered around, just ended up picking up other spells, I guess, based on whatever I need it, I guess. But lately, I haven't really been learning too much more, so I guess that's all I can do right now.
Sometimes, I guess, when I've been especially interesting, Virtus just kind of, I don't know, like, new spells just show up in my head.
New spells?
Yeah. I mean, I can't keep too many in my head. Virtus said something like, if I try to keep too many in my head, it's gonna, like, melt my brain or something.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Yeah, but yeah, sometimes he just, it's kind of like I'm dreaming, and he's like, oh, here are some new spells you can take, but you can only choose one, or you have to get rid of an old one. And then I'm like, oh, okay, that spell sounds cool.
Well, it kind of sucks that you have to pick, though. Like, what's with all the rules? Can't you just pick them all?
Well,
wouldn't that be interesting? You said
yeah,
the guy wants to see interesting things happen.
I guess he just doesn't want to make it too easy, because that would be boring too.
Guess that makes sense.
But
what would you
like,
do if you had all those spells anyway?
Well, I can think of one member of the Imperial Army I'd do horrible, horrible things to.
Well, hopefully, we'll see what happens. Maybe if you, practice more, maybe you can pick up a few more extra spells to take out this guy you hate so much, clearly.
What would you do if, like, something happened and you couldn't use your magic anymore?
Well, I've kind of gotten used to not using too much magic. I mean, because of the whole thing of it backfiring and stuff, but if I couldn't use magic, I don't know. I'd probably just continue what I'm doing, just without magic.
Really, you still think you'd be, like, as cool as you are right now without it?
I'll figure something out. As long as I get to go where I please and have a nice shade to rest in, I think I should be okay. Yeah, I don't need too many things. Well, I didn't have too many things, so... Yeah, I think that, I don't think I mean, maybe I'd miss it a little. Wouldn't be able to float while I sleep.
Yeah, I noticed you do that whenever you're sleeping.
Well, what about you? If you couldn't use magic, what would you do?
I mean, I guess I can still fight, but I don't know, would I be as useful to everyone if I couldn't, you know, pew pew pew?
I guess it wouldn't hurt to pick up some non-magical combat techniques or something. Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I'm not... I mean, and he snaps his fingers and summons his packed weapon, the sort of fishing spear with the fish skeleton on it to honor Monty. I mean, I'm okay with this, but I could be better.
Oh, well, at least you have something. Actually, let me see what I have, now that I think about it. He pulls out his boomerang. Almost forgot about this bad boy.
Takai's eyes just go wide like a cat that just saw something it wants to pounce on.
Hey, chill, it's just a regular old boomerang.
I know, but I've never seen one before, and it does that thing where it goes whoosh and then whooshes back.
Yeah, I kind of used this to fight and hunt for a while until I learned my first magic spell. Or at least I think my first magic spell.
Ooh,
or maybe
what'd you
remembered
hunt?
my first magic spell. Try to catch some small... Wait. Well, a small animal. Let's put it that way. Try to practice with it. not really sure whose it is, really, but I always keep it around. Can't really throw it away.
Well, like, if you're willing to teach me a little bit more about magic, I mean, I know that, like, our magic's different, but I figure there's got to be some ways they're similar. Then maybe I could teach you a little bit more about how to, you know, kick people's asses without using your mind powers.
Well, that kind of sounds like work. I don't know about you, but you've noticed I'm not really fond of that. Besides, I seem to be able to use these things pretty intuitively. I wouldn't be able to teach you much. It kind of just happens, to be honest with you. But if I do figure something out, and or maybe if I do remember anything about how this works, I'll let you know.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
He kind of turns to walk away, and then he stops and turns back to you and says, well, I mean, you're one thing. Do you know of any way that, like, someone could track a person or persons through, like, dreams?
Dreams? Track people through dreams.
Yeah, don't tell the captain about this, but I'm worried that, I mean, Achilles showed up in mine and Sunny's dreams, and
What? Oh, you sure it wasn't just a regular nightmare?
well, no. He, like, told Sunny that he was gonna go after his parents, and, like, it sounds like he may have. I mean, the captain already knows about this whole dream thing, but
Razim slowly stands up. He is not smiling anymore.
I'm really scared that maybe me and Sunny are, like, liabilities or something.
We gotta tell the captain.
He already knows that he showed up in our dream. I don't want to... I didn't want to say anything until I knew whether or not... Because, I mean, I'm just a dumbass cat. I don't...
What does Sunny want to do?
He already I haven't really talked about him about this. Like, all he's worried about is Achilles going after his parents.
It's the most obvious trap in the universe. I don't know, I mean... There's one part of me that says we should go save his parents. And then the other part of me that knows if we do that, we might lose another person, you know?
I mean, I figure if he could just come after us, he wouldn't just go after his parents, but... I mean, that's kind it's kind of why I just want to learn more about magic from you, so that...
Okay, how about this? As much as I hate work and work-related things, how about every morning we spar with our magic, practice our controlling our spells. Yeah,
Right.
that should work.
Yeah.
That should do something, right? I mean,
Well, if nothing else, our aim will get better.
your aim will get better. Mine's pretty good.
Fuck you, handsome.
Just saying. Hey, Lil Z, who do you think will win in a one-on-one magic duel between me and Takai here?
Obviously, you.
I didn't make him say that, by the way. Wait, I
Takai
didn't make him say that.
Takai just stares little Z directly in the eyes and does the 2 fingers to his eyes, 2 fingers to...
Kai does. I mean, Little Z does the same thing, and then looks at Razim, and then looks at you, and he says, "But I could beat both of you." Just kidding.
Ah, you're so funny, little Z. Where does he get this sense of humor from?
I have a soul.
Oh, that would explain
The
things.
fuck?
Yeah, how's he? You know, I know that I'm supposed to be like he's you know, my magic gives him animation, but it's crazy. Like this guy is weird. It's like he has a mind of its own. It's a really cool doll here.
I got free will.
You guys should really appreciate this guy. Maybe he could be a key to helping you with your spells. How about that for your first homework assignment? Figure out what makes this little guy work. Don't destroy him.
Takai's ears flatten against his skull.
Yeah. Figure out the nature of the magic that makes him, well, you know, whatever this is. And maybe we'll start off with that.
Well,
Yep, that's your homework now.
you're the magic expert, I guess.
Well, yeah, I think that would be a good idea. We'll still do the magic sparring thing or the exercises in the morning. We'll do that.
Okay.
I think this might be a good first step. Thumbs up?
Come on, little Z. Let's find out what makes you tick. And
You don't have to do it now. I mean, it's late. The heck? You like working that much?
Yep.
Well, if that's the case, you heard him, little Z. Keep him company.
I will.
Takai, like, he holds out his hand with with as much reluctance as he can to little Z.
That's wonderful. Friendship. All right,
Lovely.
well. Yeah. You know what? I feel like as they walk away, there's something about them walking away together that makes Razim like think about something, like it's like a flash came to his head or something, but it doesn't stay long enough for him to really consider it too much. He just decides to go back to floating and taking a nap.
Okay.
And
Love
see?
the music cue. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Now,
Unintended.
Lil Z has a soul. Has that always been his soul, or where did he get that?
I
This
did
is
make
an
that
Annabelle
comment.
situation.
Whose
Look,
soul?
the thing about little Z is the more questions you ask, the more questions you have to ask. Okay?
When we reach the end of the line, little Z is just sitting there. He's like, I was the treasure the whole time.
I was the treasure the whole time.
I am a delight. I am a treasure.
All right. Any other conversations for this evening?
I'm always down to clown.
I would like to speak with Harlow.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Sure.
Mutiny.
Hey, there's mutiny afoot. No, so, where do you think you're at?
Probably in my quarters, or just walking around the ship.
I'll meet you at your quarters. That
Sure.
sounds good. I think I kind of knock on the door and I say, "Hey, Captain, you got a moment to talk?"
Yeah, come in.
Hey. And I close the door behind me. And I say, you know, there's just a few things that have been on my mind. A whole strange turn of events for a treasure hunt, eh?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we didn't really expect. That it was supposed to be a simple job, but it always is.
Right.
Then it becomes something else entirely. Becomes human beef jerky in your hull.
Hey, that was unfortunate for that fella. Kind of haunting.
Yeah, but he's at the bottom of the ocean now, and well,
And good riddance.
to the horizon with him.
So a couple of points I wanted your opinion on, and I don't particularly have a stance. More, I'm spitballing here. See, I think maybe you're the only one that would understand right now. And I don't like to go against my word, especially where other pirates are concerned. But after that revelation that elven fellow working for Vishad told us about the fruit. I'm having reservations handing it over to Pan.
What do you want to do with it?
Well, see, when I spoke to Pan privately on Claystone Island, he spelt it out in no small words that once he takes to the line, it's going to be every pirate for himself. And if he sees us, I don't think he would try to destroy us, but he wouldn't certainly do us no favors neither. Now, if we give him a fruit to make him that much more powerful, maybe we should just keep him for ourselves. I don't know, do we split it in half, cut it into eighths, everyone take a bite?
You don't know what's gonna happen if you do that.
Right. But he must.
He also must know how many fruits there are.
Aye. As I
Just-
said, I don't want to go against our word. We do have another log pose that leads to another fruit.
I suggest we hand these over.
One over, right? Half the treasure.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's if he lets us do that.
Right. Suppose we'll be playing by his rules.
Yeah. But
Well,
we'll
what are
find
your-
some more, I think. Especially with the new coordinates and everything.
Aye.
There can't
So
just
you're-
be 2 of them.
No, I don't think so. And in your opinion, then, we hand over the fruit and keep to our word?
Yes. We should probably figure out what happens if we try and break this apart. Because I have no idea. But if we keep behind one fruit, that means only one of us gets to have it or sell it.
Maybe we cut it into eighths and you get eighth the power? What are these things?
I
even
hope
do?
it works that way.
Hey, do you have to eat the whole thing? I mean, there's a lot of questions. Can you turn it into juice?
Maybe. That's not a bad idea. We'll figure that out. We should probably do more research.
Aye. Maybe Pan would even be willing to answer some questions. He
If
weren't
he's
an
willing to give us a
unreasonable
fruit,
fellow.
I'm sure
Yeah.
he's willing to answer some questions.
Which brings me to a second point. Freya.
Yeah.
She's an admiral's daughter.
Yeah, I know.
Now, I'm not saying we throw her over the boat, but actually, that's a very good position to be in. If we
Yeah.
get caught up by the Empire, we could ransom her, threaten to kill her. I doubt they even know that she's here. Obviously, they must be looking for her.
Yeah. There's no way she got away and nobody knew she left.
Aye.
Yeah. That's definitely a bargaining chip we'll be able to utilize if it comes to that. I doubt it, but good looking out, Clary.
Aye. And if it did come to that, would we trade her for our own lives?
I think that remains to be seen. We got 5 days of ocean ahead of us.
Right. Well, that brings me to me final question, Harlow. Now, when I were trying to understand how the Empire traveled and we were interrogating Brandon, I told him in no small words that I would kill him and his entire family if he didn't tell us what we wanted, and I meant it in the moment. Now, the reality of the situation is, I probably wouldn't have had the time. But given the chance, I would have. And I should have killed him, but we let him go. Which was probably the right call, but had I tried to kill him, Harlow, would you have stopped me?
I don't think I would.
Why not?
Well, a couple years ago, the Empire murdered my wife.
I see.
I hold no quarter for them anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that, Harlow. I, of course, didn't know.
That's between us, okay?
Aye. Of course. You know, I think that, well, I think that this voyage is gonna require a lot more expectation than what this crew has. It's gonna take some men with some black hearts, and I think that, well, that's you and I.
I think eventually everyone's gonna know that they are working on a pirate ship.
If they didn't get the wake-up call from our last battle, aye.
There have still been some hiccups. But again, 5 days of ocean, a lot can go. A lot can be unexpected.
Aye, about your wife, Harlow.
Yeah,
You said you're from High Church?
yeah.
She were killed in an attack or a battle?
One of my old friends found out I was a turncoat.
Well,
He threatened my wife's life if I didn't turn myself in.
I see.
And here
And
I
you-
am.
You put your quest for your empire before the life of your loved one. Or
I didn't think he would do it. I'd come to know him very well. But he did the exact same thing.
Well, a whole strange business, I suppose, being caught up in two sides like that.
Very strange business. Can't really trust anyone.
You know, you're not the man I expected you were, which I think is a good thing.
I wear a lot of masks.
That you do? Well, I suppose I should be getting on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see what the weather's like for the next couple days.
Aye. And no worries, Captain. I won't utter a word to no one.
Thanks, John.
Aye. And I leave.
Kind of sit down at my desk. Insane.
Damn.
Heavy shit.
There's some revelations I wasn't ready for.
Yeah.
Right? Fuck.
I am. You're not okay.
We will come back to that at a later date.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a little.
It's a lot to unpack.
You can't do it all at once.
Oh man. See, I wanna have Freya talk to somebody about it, but I don't think she would initiate it.
I mean, I don't mind having a conversation.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Okay. Where is Freya, by chance?
She is currently cooking supper for everyone.
I thought something was burning. It was just food. Hi, Freya. You're getting much better. You've not caught fire yet. What are you making?
So I found a recipe on the last island we were on, and I figured I would try that out tonight. Just to try something new, get my mind off of things, that kind of thing.
Get your mind off. Well, it has been a very exciting 24 hours. Anything specifically on your mind, Freya?
Just stuff and things.
Moosh kind of
And things
can
and
sense that
stuff.
you're a little bit uncomfortable right now, and Moosh kind of nuzzled up into your leg and then tries to crawl up into your lap.
As she kind of, she looks down and immediately just gathers him up in her arms and with one hand, she's stirring the stew that she's cooking.
Maybe we get
I know it doesn't sound like much, but take it from an old man that usually holding on to things means that you can't move forward. And that sounds like stupid advice coming from me, of all people, especially considering what I've already hinted at before. But point is, if you need to talk to me, or even just to Moosh, he's been a very good listener for me over the last few years.
I get that. I think I've just been so used to just not talking about things that I just don't. And I don't feel like it would benefit anybody anyway.
But does this benefit you either, Freya? You have to remember that you can't spread your wings and grow if you're chained down to your past.
I mean, I can't help who I am, who I am related to, and I mean, it's not like it's not like I can't. It's not like I can just change how I look. I mean, we're dragons. We're not hard to find. And I feel like no matter what I do, no matter what I try, I'm never gonna be able to get away from that. And I think I'm just worried that, I don't know, I'm just worried.
Moosh, sensing that your unease seems to emanate a bit of a more amber glow again, and starts to light up the more darker areas of the kitchen, and feel a little bit of the negativity slowly starting to fade away, bit by bit. Not everything, but it seems to help a little bit.
She's gonna take a deep breath and just kind of like, as she's stirring, she's just gonna rest her head atop of Moosh.
Moosh was, not to change the subject at all, but to hammer home the idea of it. You're free to use him as you need him. Moosh was very instrumental in my transitionary phase between my old life and my new one. He has a lot of emotion and memories in him.
And he doesn't tell secrets?
Well, hey Moose, what was the last thing I told you about Uncle Swampy? And he just makes like a glass against glass sound, and that's the only sound he can make. He's very good at keeping secrets.
Okay. I just don't want anyone to think of me any differently. I know I make mistakes, but I don't want anybody to think that I make them on purpose.
I mean, Freya, we're pirates. We've made mistakes to be in this position.
That's true.
Anything you want to talk about, or do you want me to leave you alone with Moosh for a bit?
You're not afraid of me, are you?
I look at my body that is a lot more or less human than yours, and I'm like, I think I can suppress my anxiety for a bit.
Thank you.
If anything, you can't say this for everyone, obviously, but you do remind me of someone that I cared about. Headstrong, full of adventure, always curious. It's good qualities, but left unchecked can put you in danger, of course.
I know. I'm trying to be better about that. I know Takai is mad at me because I keep messing up and almost dying, which, I'm not really great about detecting when that's about to happen. But I'm thankful that I've been able to stay here, and even though I am who I am, I've made a lot of friends, and I don't want them to go away, and I don't want to go away from them either. I really like it here, and I think that's what makes me so scared about all this. I just know that if I leave, it's just gonna hurt really, really bad, and I don't want that.
I don't want to sound like I know everything, because I obviously don't. I'm old, and have old world views and emotional muscle memory that I've yet to change at times, but I'd say that I've seen plenty of people change from who they were to what they want to be. Your blood, or where you're from, who your family is, that's what you're born into, and what they aim for you to be isn't what your destiny is. You forge that. You make the choices that lead into other choices. That starts here.
No, you're right. I'll try to be better, and I want to be able to help where I can.
That's all that matters to me.
Is it okay if Moosh stays here with me while I cook?
Sure, but don't give him anything with paprika. He gets a little sneezy.
It's, even though I'm a dragon, I'm not a huge fan of spicy food.
Ooh, no wonder everything was been bland. Sailed the world for spices all over, and we only use salt and pepper.
Well, I would use it if we had any. I don't know where they are.
That's also a good point. We should probably... Anyway, you talk to Moose if he gives you comfort. My only request is that I can have him back at night. Helps me sleep a little bit.
That's okay. I agree to that.
And have fun cooking.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll let you cook.
Okay. When the door closes, all that can be heard is just like muffled, just like jabbering, and she is just absolutely pouring her heart out to little Moosh, and like in between sobs, like she's just like breaking down to this little thing. And
Moosh is trying to respond back as best as he can, but he sounds like sneakers on a gymnasium as he speaks.
oh gosh. All right, and scene.
And scene.
Okay.
I got something I'd like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here, Charity is gonna take a little nighttime fly after everyone's gone to bed. Flying high enough. Ruben, do I see like anything in the water? Like maybe a rowboat with a dude named Brandon on it?
No, you are way too far. And
Damn.
And the Grand Line is not. Well, I'll give you a shot. I'll give you a shot.
Give me a shot. Who do I have to roll?
3.
I'm gonna make you give me a survival check
I will.
or perception, your choice. It's gonna be an IDC.
Yeah. Let's do survival.
Yo!
22.
Oh, wow.
Yo!
Oh,
Sheesh.
The Grand Line is difficult to traverse. But you find, dude, you are able to find.
It is. Okay.
wait,
So
did
we're
he
good.
change his course? Did he like start rowing?
Is he awake?
He's no longer. You find the rowboat back at Clagstone Island, abandoned at the shoreline.
I think Marini sees that, sort of just, and like, turns to fly back to the ship.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
great.
She'll go, wait, actually, land by the rowboat real quick. Do you want, you leave anything behind?
No.
A note written by McCleary.
He did leave that note behind, actually.
Let's investigate that.
It's in common. Do you want to know what it says?
Yes.
I'll copy this over to you.
All
my
right.
friend. And I'll put this in your DM. You can decide
Just
what you want to
can't
do
leave
with it.
well enough alone, huh?
Hey, we're
If this
bloodthirsty.
will let me copy
Our
it
cousins
from
to
my...
avenge.
I'm starting to think Marinee's an obligate carnivore and is also a bird of prey.
She starts circling like a fucking vulture.
Yeah.
Like, where the
Are
fuck
you carrying
is he?
a massive rock to drop on him as well?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
actually, I don't ship Marini and Brandon. I ship Marini and Justifiable Homicide.
Thank you.
Here we go. Finally. Okay, there we go. That's the note.
Thank you. Oh, Marini reads it. And she sort of goes, and puts the note into her bag and sets back off to the ship.
Okay.
Ani. Yeah, that's just
Okay.
the thing Brandon got to shore.
All right. Anything else before the fast travel?
Yes, actually. One thing for D&D mechanics, and then something that I would like to do before going to sleep. So first of all, I'm going to, let's say at like midnight or something, Takai is able to hear me working in my shop, and I would like to grab his attention really fast. Takai, I know you're about to head to sleep, but can I have your ear for a second? And maybe your arm?
His ears kind of twitch from side to side, and his tail is drooping. He's like, but bed comfy.
I know, but it's up to you. It's pretty cool.
Like, is it McCleary level cool?
It's better.
Okay,
And
I gotta
you'll-
see this.
I will say that you'll be the first and only person to have seen this so far, so it might be a little bit testy, but I vaguely remember you talking about the source of your arcane abilities being outside of you, and not from religion or deities or anything like that, but more so as a gift, I believe, right?
Yeah, I have a magical sugar daddy.
Fair enough. I wish I had one of those growing up. So from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're almost a powerhouse caster, but can only do it a couple of times before you burn up your resources. Am I correct?
Yeah, I can get a little less of a powerful spell with the pearl we got from Razim's tomb, but yeah, other than that, I can really only cast about 2 spells before I have to, like, take an hour-long rest, and then I get them back.
All right. That seems like it can put you in a pickle every once in a while, right?
Yeah, there's this one spell I really liked using, but it's just... it's, like, not really good to use when I have so little stuff to use.
I can see that. Well, I figured as much, but I had an idea. First of all, you don't have any reasons to not want any ink on your skin, right? And by that I mean like a tattoo, not like spilling anything.
Like, pirates get tattoos, right?
Yeah,
That's
it's
a thing pirates
rite
do?
of passage. And the good thing is it'd be temporary, so if you don't like it, you can always utilize it and then get another one.
Well, I mean, if pirates get tattoos, then yeah, I want a tattoo.
All right. So, I've been testing a theory that, well, Moosh is my first example that I ever tried. He was, and the long and short of it is that he was an amalgamation of emotion and intention. I have an idea that if I can do that with Moosh, I could probably do that with implanting magic onto you.
He kind of he seems to think for a moment. My hair's not gonna like turn all like glassy, spiky like Moosh's, is it?
No. It might sting a bit, as any tattoo does. Maybe a little bit more, but don't tell anyone. But don't worry about that. The cool thing is that you'll potentially be able to utilize an extra spell whenever you want. But only once.
Oh, that sounds fucking awesome.
All right. I want you to hold this.
And he holds like a magical rod. And since it's the end of the day, he's going to ask you to you waste his spell slot on anything, whatever you want to do, just so he can capture the essence of your magic.
Okay. Let's see what. You know what?
It can
You
just
feel
be a
your-
cantrip. It doesn't have to be anything major.
Oh, do you have a window in your room?
I'd imagine so. I'd have to get the hot air out somehow.
Yeah. Then he's just gonna fire an Eldritch Blast out your window.
All right. As you do that, you see like an obsidian rod that you're holding starts to like glow a little bit, like your energy is surrounding it and being absorbed into it. As he focuses his mind, like a swirling vortex of energies appears in front of him as he makes a glass rod that looks similar to that. And that energy starts to channel and funnel into that glass rod that looks almost like a needle. And he grabs your arm, or actually he says,
any idea what you would want as a tattoo and where you would want it? And this will hurt a bit, just so you know.
He seems to think for a moment, and then almost like he's kind of ashamed, he says, have you ever seen like the flowers on mango trees before they turn into fruits?
Yeah, they're like yellow and pink and stuff like that, or... Well, let me say it this way. I want you and me together to focus on one idea together. I want you to focus on what you want it to look like, and I'll focus on the spell itself. Agreed?
Okay.
all right. And as he does that, with a sweep of his hand, a trail of molten light appears on the skin of you, and it starts to channel into your skin like a big black splot of like golden energy and a little bit of darkness in it. And as you start to think about it, it starts to shift to where you want it to be on your skin. And as that happens, it starts to swirl around your skin, making branches. And from that, magical looking petals from it start to form into what you're wanting. And it feels like a little bit of the magic that you had lost from that spell was planted into your skin itself. And then he finally says,
Don't tell anyone about this yet. It's still very experimental. But point is, if you're ever in a pinch, if you're out of energy for casting or anything like that, this should protect you a little bit.
All right.
And considering your power and that you can't really downsize any of your power, it should be pretty hefty.
Think about vaguely threatening my family again, you fucking motherfucker.
That a boy.
and you're free to describe what the tattoo looks like, where it is, and what the spell is.
Yeah, it So what it looks like, and this is partially due to some lore I kind of made up in the D&D chat earlier this week. It looks like one of the mango flowers from the plants that like his community uses to make a really delicious mango liqueur, except instead of the normal colors, it's more reds and oranges and yellows like fire. And the spell that's in the tattoo is Hellish Rebuke.
Hell yeah. And just so you know, Ruben, because I kind of just sprung this up unintentionally, I am using my ability as an artificer to replicate a magical item and making an item called Spell Rot Tattoo. Produced by a special needle, this magic tattoo contains a single spell, wrought on your skin by a magic needle. To use the tattoo, you must hold the needle against your skin and speak the command word. The needle turns into ink that becomes the tattoo, which appears on your skin in whichever design you like. Once the tattoo is there, you can cast its spell, requiring no material components. The tattoo glows faintly while you cast the spell for the spell's duration. Once the spell ends, the tattoo vanishes from your skin.
When I realized I never said where it is, it's on the shoulder of his right arm, which is his main spellcasting arm.
Excellent. I'm thinking of so many interesting places for interesting spells at this point in the body.
Matching, crew, tramps.
Okay.
All right, and that's all that I wanted.
All right. I think is that it? And
Well, it
That's good for me.
depends. Is there we get spell slots back at some point during this, right? Because we all know that
long rest.
I'm the problem.
Yes.
So I'm going to be the problem. Let me just I'm just resetting my spell slot so I know how many I can send.
Sure. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god.
Are you spam text your...
You don't even know what you don't even know what I'm gonna do.
That's the worst part. I don't know what
I do.
Ruben, I know exactly what he's gonna do.
I have a few theories. Let's see what happens.
We talked about it all morning.
Tell me your favorite theory, and then you'll find out.
Are you gonna message Achilles or your parents?
You fucking betcha! I'm gonna catch sending Achilles.
We fucking go.
Right, let me find what I wrote up earlier. How far back in the chat is this?
You wrote something? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Where did I write it?
Wait, no, it's here somewhere.
Oh, okay. It's a very short message. It's not gonna be all 25 words. So the first message that I will be sending to good old Achilles is, "Hey asshat, leave my family out of this. Go back to fucking yours."
Wouldn't that just hang?
That's it. That's the message I sent to Achilles.
Okay.
He can reply.
He can reply. Yes, he can reply, can he?
DMs hate this one trick. The trick is giving me magic.
Oh my god. I Marcus, that's pretty on point actually for him. Let's have you kill another of your friends next time. Ooh. Brat.
Damn.
Name calling. What is he, 12?
Back at him. You have more spell slots.
I do. I have 3 more slots I can cast sending with.
Your little hands rubbing together.
Love the Foley work tonight.
Because I knew what my first message to him wanted to be, and I know what the last one that I want him to be is if it gets that far. Huh. So was it, how about I have you kill another one of your friends? Okay, I'm gonna cast sending again. We're just texting. Hey babes. That's not it. I'd like to see you try. That trick won't work twice. You're going to have to... Sorry, I'm counting. Come up with some new tricks, you filthy bitch. That's 25.
Should have said you sloppy bitch.
You sloppy
yeah.
whore.
You sloppy whore.
Next time, send a note that says, "Do you like me? Yes or no?" Excellent.
Do you like Takai? Yes or no?
Yes, no, maybe.
Seriously.
He keeps dreaming about you.
He keeps showing up in his dreams, and I think only one of them was on you.
Achilles will respond. Let's start with your parents.
Oh god.
Nice.
Oh,
This is
oh no.
Oops.
All right, you got another
Congratulations,
spell
you've
slot.
antagonized him.
Who
clap
thought it
back,
would
you
take a
got
turn
this.
for the
This was
worst?
the
Oh,
one
man, this
thing
is
we
always a great
didn't want to
idea.
happen.
Look, you guys have left the 16-year-old unattended.
What are we supposed to do? Hold his fucking
With
hand?
magic, yeah, right?
With
Not tell him
magic,
to speak with his mind.
It's
to
your
the
parents, not mine.
Hey man, they're your parents.
Yeah.
We got one more spell slot. Let's clap back at him
Fucking
again.
quit sexting your arch nemesis already. Go to bed.
I'm 16, I'm not sexting. That's on Takai. Right,
Yeah,
send it
well, you
again.
know, like
You
kids
shut
don't
your-
sneak into R-rated movie theaters. Okay.
Shut
Alright.
your whore mouth about my hate crush.
Hang on, let me count how many words are in this one real quick. Just fucking try it. Tell me what you want on your headstone, because next time we see you,
Oh my god.
my friends will kill you.
My friends! My friends!
My
What a
friends will kill
bitch!
you.
Well,
In
copped
this
out the
case,
last
we
second.
are all friends.
Go
And by
keep-
friends, I do mean Takai and McCleary. They're just gonna fucking roll up.
It's more than 25 words.
I'm pretty sure it was 23.
Say it again. Do you have it written down, or do you have a?
I have most of it written down. The what do you want on your headstone to the end is 18 words. So it was just fucking try. Tell me. Yes, just fucking try it. Tell me is another 7, so it's 24 words.
Okay. Sure. I'll try.
Damn.
What do you think was gonna happen? He's gonna get scared and dip?
It's about the message it
Well.
sends.
Playing psychic
Clear
chicken
line.
over here.
You're not that guy.
I think that's me done.
Yeah.
That's my 3 third level slots. I don't really want to waste the 4th. I'll just let that simmer.
The fourth one just says bitch.
No, the 4th one we'd probably be going to his parents and saying like, "Hey,
Hey, you
please
need to
be
run."
careful. I don't know what you meant by the police are here." That was pretty ominous, not gonna lie.
Hi. Your mother put me on the message. We're currently captive in a
Fuck.
tower. I've never seen the blue this nice before, but it's kind of cold
Wait, he said they're where? He said they're where?
in
In a tower.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Well,
Y'all,
least
I
they're
don't
in
fuck
Fuck around
up.
and find
I'm about to be
out.
an orphan.
It's okay. We'll adopt you.
That's alright, the party doesn't need to know that I've done this. Takai will
No,
probably find out at
no.
some point.
Okay.
Oh my god.
oh my god.
This is
I need- I need to write
sarcasm
some-
problem now.
I need to write some notes down real quick.
The dad sounds like such
Here
a
you go,
chill
Corey.
dude too. Like
Here-
he did
here,
not
I don't know what we
deserve
did.
this.
I don't know what we did, but we're
well,
We're
it's
in a
consequences
tower.
of my own actions.
Dad just sounds like a fancy lad. He didn't deserve any.
I like
Like-
how you just antagonize them to make it worse for
It's
yourself.
been a really long week, right? Sunny is still trying to decide if Homeboy in a Box counted as a human or not because he did just straight up
You
murder.
did kill him.
You look like a human.
Did kill him.
So that was your answer
It
to,
looks like
to
a human, and he screamed at us. And,
Aw, baby's first
and now I'm just
murder.
having some issues, and I think this is
Second
how I'm
murder.
processing these
Yeah.
issues.
Well, if you thought it was a long
Rest
week
in
before.
piss, Achilles.
Well, if you thought it was a long week before, it's about to be a fucking leap year. So just get ready for that shit.
Okay. All right. Let me scroll down to see the content.
Baby's first murder. We're so proud of you.
I guess before I do so, any other anyone else want to antagonize your rivals before we move to the next island?
Yeah, what's up, Joni? You want me to send a message to Jet?
No, I'm good. Jet's gonna get what's coming to him.
Unfortunately, I cannot learn sending, so I cannot hate text Achilles.
I mean, you can hate text through me.
You've already used up yours.
Another day. We're here for 6
days
days.
travel.
I wish
Every
I
night
could
they
send
get
one,
together and just-
honestly.
Okay. All right. So it's now been about 6 or 7 days since you left the shores of Claystone Island. You arrived there as a party of 7 and left party of 8. From the shores of Crown Keep Island, as you approach it from a long distance, a few miles out, I think it initially reminds you of how Cappy Island looked all the way back in the South Blue. One of your very first, I think that was the very first place you shipwrecked, actually, in the first episode. It's a beautiful golden shoreline. There's no debris of any kind, and a very thick jungle interior. The island appears to be fairly large, stretching along the horizon as you approach. Along the tree line, though, is where things get a bit interesting. First, at what appears to be the interior of the island, you see a large stone fortress, multiple layers of wall protection around it. The fortress barrier has the shape of a pentagon and slowly narrows, or I guess the fortress itself slowly narrows as it builds higher and higher, kind of like a shrinking tower design. The top of the fortress narrows to a very thin point, above which you see, and you can see this from a few miles out given the size of it, a massive spectral golden crown sits hovering, slowly spinning. It's probably maybe like 100 or so yards in diameter, and it appears entirely unconnected to the fortress itself. So think of like an angel's halo kind of hovering above. On each of the layers of walls, you see a banner overlaid on the side of it. Something clearly crimson red, but faded considerably by age. You see cracks along the foundations of the walls and the fortress itself, splinters of brick and stone, wrecking the otherwise perfectly polished guardrails and walls. This fortress has been here for some time. In front of the outermost walls, and I think this is what maybe Freya sees when she runs to the front of the ship, among others. Your eyes come to the thing that Salome described his interest in this place. A large, elephant-sized sheep, along with 3 others,
Cool.
walking through the forest and the jungle, nibbling on the upper canopy of these trees. Within one of the walled areas, so maybe a mile or 2 inland, and again, this kind of slopes up, so this is how you're able to see these things. You see 2 also very large capybaras, and a giant stoat, although the stoat is resting peacefully, using part of the wall as what appears to be like what to us would be an uncomfortable pillow, but for it seems to be resting pretty comfortably. To the port side of the limelight, somewhat away from the shoreline of Crown Keep, you see your true destination. It's a pirate ship unlike any other. It sits about 10 feet taller than you, both its upper deck portion and then another 10 feet for each of its 3 masts. It's a fair bit longer as well, around maybe 30 to 40 extra feet, making it a pretty big beast of a vessel, because the Limelight is itself a fairly chunky pirate ship, especially compared to your first vessel that crashed the first episode. You see on at least the side that you're facing 3 cannons. Its starboard side is one that's currently facing you. And of course, it flies the distinctive marker of its vessel, its pirate flag. Instead of a normal skull and crossbones, where the skull is that of a human, this flag bears the skull of a goat with 2 long horns inside of a tilted 5-point star, with the star's lines formed instead by bones.
Oh, good. Pan's here.
That's spooky.
That's fucking metal.
That's great.
While it's still white color on black cloth, the eyes of the skull design are a dark crimson, and you can almost swear that it seems to track you as you move along the bridge of the Limelight. On the main deck of the ship, you see a variety of figures. There are tieflings, 1 human, a fire genasi, an elf. This is a pretty busy crew here, working the sails, dropping the anchor. I want you to imagine kind of the anime location drop sort of image as we see kind of the camera around the vessel from angles that you currently can't see. The wood of the ship appears to be a bloodish red color as well. It is not normal wood. Same thing for the mast. The logo is in this sort of on camera visual, the Inferno, owned by the Devil Pirates, who are, of course, captained by Pan, Crown of Paradise, and the Winged Devil himself. You're probably now maybe about 100, 150 feet away from the ship. You have some time. What do you do?
Panic.
Right. So we're giving him 1 fruit.
One
and we're
fruit.
keeping the rest to ourselves.
1 fruit, and I think we should separate all the treasure right now.
Well, I think that we'll let him ask for the treasure, right?
Yeah, okay.
And then if that's the case, we can take our time. After all, the compass, we're only pointing towards the fruit.
It's true. Okay. I think we know what we're gonna do. How are we approaching this?
Respectfully, and he looks at everyone. If you ain't got something nice to say about Pan, then keep your trap shut. You don't need to
No
antagonize
promises.
him. Oh, you better make a promise, sonny lad. He'll be hanging off the yardarm.
I don't know what that is.
Well, you'll find out.
Stupid ass.
He's just a
Stupid ass
tired
dialogue.
dad.
Swear to God.
I have a question.
Hey,
Oh, this is out of character. Where are the stoats and the capybaras located? Are they on the island or are they on the ship? Sorry.
On the
They are on the island. That's right.
All right, cool. Freya's gonna raise her hand and be like, are we gonna go ashore at all, or are we just gonna go straight to the ship?
well, we might go to shore after. We should probably get this done.
Okay, just asking.
Any other questions?
I think
Would
we
you
know what
like
we're
me to
doing.
refrain from flirting with any members of the opposing crew, sir?
That's a rhetorical question, right?
I guess.
us.
Is there any sense in me even trying to get you to do that? Not like you. I mean,
50-50 chance.
I thought so. All right, let's go.
Okay. So who is going on the ship? Is everyone going, or is it
I
a
would
party?
like to go.
I would
Yeah.
like to go.
Okay. Cool. And who's kind of? I'm guessing it's Harlow and McCleary kind of leading the pack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got my wings spread out though. I'm trying to make myself look bigger for some fucking reason.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
follow.
And he's like, this feels like a moment in which I need to look bigger.
I'm gonna follow suit because that's cool, and I want to look cool too.
Okay. Cool. All right. Give me one quick second here.
Are you a bard, Sonny?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I thought so.
There's your answer.
Play him the song.
Okay.
Just
Play
making
us a
sure.
song on the way
All
out.
right. So, y'all are able. Y'all
That's such a
y'all
weird question.
y'all bring the limelight over close enough to the Inferno, where you can have like a plank it's a little bit rough because it is a taller vessel than you, but close enough where you can kind of jump up and get on. Once you are all on the deck of the ship, they of course are expecting you. This is where they told you to meet. You are led initially. Let me change the music here. You're led onto the ship by a thin human who is dressed in very simple yet a professionally done suit, very nice attire. He has long dark hair that kind of flutters in the wind as he looks at each of you. Strange purple eyes taking in each of the guests on the Inferno. Compared to most of the other creatures that you kind of see on the ship, tieflings and so forth, he doesn't appear to be particularly hardy or dangerous, at least on the surface. It doesn't seem to carry any weapons on him either. He bears, though, the slightest smile, which to even the least wise of you comes across as almost overtly inauthentic. And yet it's so obvious you wonder if he simply does not care to make it believable. And he says, "Welcome aboard. My name's Addison. If you would please follow me, Pan's right this way." He leads you further into the ship from the outside. You're led down a small set of wooden creaking steps. There's a small, very narrow hallway flanked with supply rooms, a kitchen, a room where a half-orc is sharpening his axe with the door open. You arrive at the doors of what appears to be the captain's quarters. The human figure, Addison, knocks on the door, and another winged fiend opens it, letting you into the space, and this is where I will move y'all to the map. Can y'all see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Titty.
Where?
Of course, that's what you noticed. The room is pretty simple. It's quaint. With the most formal thing being the large desk behind which Pan sits. Addison, the human who led you in here, walks in front of you and joins Pan at his right, maintaining that very slight smile that still hasn't faded since he first laid eyes on the eight of you. Along with a bookshelf and a chest on the ground in the room, a series of maps neatly bound up on his desk, it doesn't appear like Pan keeps many earthly belongings. To his left side, his left, your right, is another far more monstrous-ish, oh my god, monster-ish looking creature. Can't talk today. They have a kind of human body, broad-shouldered, well-built, but one of their arms has turned black as charcoal, with spikes poking out. Each of the figure's hands are clawed with two massive black blades, long swords set at its sides. From beneath the horn that is growing on one side of its head, you see blue veins pulsing, running along its neck. A smoldering, molten red color looks back at you when you stare at him. There are like small bits of like blackish purple smoke that kind of radiate off of him at like a steady pace, kind of like a steam. And he's like the single largest figure in the room. The horn like threatens to scrape the ceiling in this space. On the left side of the room, further to the right of Pan from his perspective, you see Addison. You also see the devil who kind of opened the door for you, the red, and a purple-skinned tiefling with pupilless yellow eyes. And of course, need not mention Pan himself behind the desk. You've seen him before, back on Claystone, which was probably a few weeks earlier. There is still that very innate beauty that he has, that charming expression that makes you innately feel like he's been a friend of yours for a very long time. He may be a fiend, but he's not a foe. While he remains seated behind the desk, his wings slightly folded in, you can still make out the silver medallion he wears around his neck, the symbol of one of his religions, I suppose, and the X shape of the two slashes beneath it that still scar his skin. And if we're doing a kind of anime manga moment here, what we would see is the Devil Pirates total bounty 239,000 GP. 239,000 gold pieces as a collective.
That's it?
Thought it was gonna be 666,000.
Only Myrtle gets that treatment with the jumping in the number.
Like
Pan
these people though, they're cool.
Pan smiles and leans forward, and he says, I had half a mind to think Salome wouldn't even send the message, so I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for all of you coming here on short notice. I trust your journey here wasn't too difficult.
No, actually, it was quite smooth.
Very nice. Well, grateful for you being here. I think we all have plenty of things to do, and when you've been killed once, your to-do list tends to get pretty extensive. So I'll keep this simple. I ask only for my half of the treasure, the chest with the devil fruits and the chest with the god compass. You're free to have the rest.
When you say half, you mean both devil fruits?
Yes, that is equivalent in value.
I see. And what exactly do those things do?
I fucking knew it.
He
Yeah,
smiles.
You can at least
and-
tell us what they do if you're going to keep both of them.
Hey, we ain't trying to swindle you here, lad. Just curious.
Or I have no reason I would want to keep it from you. You have clearly made it back here. You've done what you've told me you would do, and you have Salome's trust. And as perhaps easily trusting as he may be, I think he made the right call with the aid of you. They are called devil fruits. I'm not sure what these particular ones might do. I would have to consume one myself to find out. But these objects are, we're not quite sure where they come from. There's a very limited number of them, but each one of them possesses some special abilities that only one person who consumes it can take. And then once that first bite, it becomes just another fruit, as far as we're able to tell. And that's also what Pitch told us, because he also knows this firsthand.
You're
So-
saying that you bite it once and you gain the power. So
That's
it can't be shared?
That's correct.
Interesting. And this
This-
god compass. What exactly is that?
Our understanding is it's a compass to further devil fruits. And, cards on the table here. I think it would be to my advantage to have as many of these as possible. I would love to have each person on my crew have one, especially the stronger ones.
I see your point. There might be a bit of a problem there with the compass, that is. We did search all the treasure. There were a fairly large portion of it. But I'm not sure that we found any compasses.
McClary, make a deception check.
Can I back that up and give him advantage?
How would you want to back it up?
Be like, yeah, we were gonna take the fruit, but no compasses.
In
All right, let
addition
me
to
know.
that, sorry to jump in, Captain, but even the compass that we were using before is just points to this fruit. So after this, we don't really know where to go.
And I show the compass that keeps pointing to the fruit itself. And I would like to use an ability to help.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
So, what do you do with the compass?
The old one that we used before, the
log pose.
log pose.
The fruit log pose that Pan gave us.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that the one that Pan gave you. Okay.
Yeah.
I was confused there which one you were talking about. I was like, you hold out the one
The
that
one that
you-
we, yeah. So I have that.
Myrtle, no!
Yeah, this thing doesn't
Physically in
work.
my
It just
pocket right now.
I have a question. Are you about to do an ability check, McCleary?
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, hold on. So,
I see.
so the compass that you have right now is currently spinning wildly, Myrtle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So-
and I'm saying that specifically so I can use an ability to the role play element, so I can use an ability to help Captain.
Okay. What ability do you want to go for here? Wanna help
I am using the ability called Flash of Genius. When you or another creature you can see within 30 feet of you makes an ability check or saving throw, you can use your reaction to add a +4 to the roll.
Okay, this is an ability check. So,
I'd
McCleary, roll. Okay, he can only have advantage once. Guys.
No, it's not. No, it's
+2
not.
though.
No,
You
I'm
do
sorry.
get
It's
the
not.
+2.
It's not an advantage. I can do so after the roll before any effects, but I will choose to use a reaction called Bend Luck to add by costing 2 sorcery points. I can add a D4 to the result as a bonus or penalty.
Ooh.
Okay, and
I like yours
d-
better.
does the aura does it apply to ability checks or just saving?
I think it's just
oh
saving
shit!
throws.
Yeah,
Saving
it's just
throws.
saving throws. You're right.
So this will be.
I tried.
I don't think advantage would apply here because I don't think you saying yeah he's right does
Yeah,
that.
he's right.
But I do think you get the +4 from Myrtle's thing and the D4 from Razim's thing.
Yes, whatever the final result is.
Okay,
Go
so I'm
for it.
getting a +4.
A +4 and another D4 to add to that.
Okay, so
Question just
Uh,
for D&D mechanics. For Razim's thing, does that have components to use that ability, or is it just an ability?
It requires a reaction. So just to make sure, guys, this isn't this is an advantage. He's not rolling twice.
Okay,
we're
okay.
not
It
rolling
is-
twice.
It's just
As,
straight.
as long as you're
Just
not
straight,
like
okay.
glowing in the corner as he's talking or anything like that.
No, it just says
I
reaction.
mean, it is a spell, right?
It's reaction plus 2 sorcery points. It's an ability, a feature I have. I guess that's what it's saying.
Okay.
And just
I think it's arcane. Because you're a
Well,
sorcerer.
well, let's see what I roll, and then you make your reaction. Correct?
Sure. Yes.
And I-
That's how it should work.
You said
Yeah.
+4,
Mhm.
right? I just want to make sure my numbers are correct. Okay.
Yep.
Never mind.
Excellent. Very, very cool.
Let's
Um,
fucking go.
That's 11. What the fuck?
How'd you
Chad?
have that?
Oh,
One
shit.
from my.
He's got expertise.
No,
Yep.
not in that. Pip's Cappy gives me +1, and then with Nate gave me +4.
Oh.
Right, gotcha.
and this was necessary because the DC would have been a 25.
Wow.
Okay.
Ooh.
He has no
Fuck.
idea.
Well, that's unfortunate. I do hope. Well, you said it wasn't there at all.
Well, truth be told, there was a large pile of treasure. We took what we could carry and we sifted through it. Of course, we took the valuable things, the fruit, as the compass pointed towards it, but I can't recall any other compass, no.
Hmm.
We had a lot of cloaks. If you want any sort of magic items, I got a sword. And I gestured to the sword on my hip.
And
No
Speaking
need
of,
for
do you know what this sword is? I take it off and I present it to him.
He gestures to come forward.
And I put it on his table and I kind of unsheath it a little bit.
He, stands up, takes a look at it, glides his taloned fingers over the surface, and he looks up at you, Arlo. This is not the kind of thing I would recommend you carry without a strong constitution. I think you would need to look like my friend here. He gestures to the figure to his left, to your right.
Well, do you want it?
I have plenty of cursed things. But
Well,
thank
maybe
you.
we could trade cursed things.
First.
Show me what cursed things you have, and
I'll show you mine. Show you mine. Maybe
we
we
can
get
trade an
Little
equal
curse thing.
value item.
The human to his right kind of steps just one step forward, still again smiling that very delicate friendly smile or attempting to be friendly, but simply not getting there. And Addison, the human, says, Captain, I think you were trying to complete the trade of the objects that you do want. That's right. So if you don't have the other compass, then I will let you take most of the treasure, and I will just take the single chest with the 2 fruits.
I'm really looking to offload this sword, though.
No, you're bonded now.
The ocean is calling if you really want to get rid of it that badly.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get something out of it. Whatever, it's fine.
You have to understand that I don't like being indebted any more than I have.
It wouldn't be a debt, you know? We could just trade. But I get it. I get it. It's too cursed for you.
It's a shame. It is such a cool sword.
The cool sword.
I mean,
super
honestly, Captain,
cursed.
we've already given him something very important. I don't think we should give him something else. No offense, sir.
None taken. I unsheathed the sword entirely.
Okay.
And just kind of look at it. Then sheath it again. Okay, looks like we're good to go.
I mean,
getting this out, Pan.
I agree that you probably should get rid of that thing, but I would not hold on to it. I don't know which entity is in it, but it does not seem very friendly. I would not trust it.
Noted.
Did we know? We didn't know it was cursed before this, did we?
No. But do you believe me that it's
Jesus.
cursed?
What, do we believe Pan that it's cursed?
Oh yeah, that's true. Pan confirmed it. Okay, cool.
Well, I suppose we hand over the fruit, eh?
Yeah. Looks like we're gonna have to do that. Do we have it with us?
Yes.
Oh, left it at home.
I present the fruit thusly.
You have the chest out. I think you place the chest on the table.
Yeah.
It kind of moves the scrolls away, and opens the chest, and it's that scene in God, what's the fucking
Pulp
name of it?
Fiction?
Yes, where it glows gold a little bit. Although we do see what was inside of it here. It's the 2 fruits. They have been unaffected by the passage of time. They have not rotted one bit. Still, both of them in their pristine condition. He closes it, hands it over to the figure to his left, who takes it and with like effortless ability just lifts it and sets it to the side. He smiles, and Pan smiles and says, well, it's very good doing business with the 8 of you. It's difficult in these days to find people who can keep their word, and much obliged.
Hey, glad we could be of service.
Now,
After all, you did help us. Or tried.
Tried at least.
Yeah, shame about that. You never got your message.
I have a small request that, if it's no trouble at all, we both have a common enemy, all of us, honestly, but with the Empire, and I was wondering if you possibly knew anything about a certain person. I'm sure you and yours know plenty of people and whispers across the seas.
which person is that?
His name is Zareth. He's a captain, or an admiral, rather.
Well, yes, I've heard of him. I would try to. This is no offense to the 8 of you. You all clearly very capable, but I would be very, be very wary about facing an admiral at this point. You should try to avoid that if you can, if you possibly can. That's the sort of thing that, Salome and I, and Pitch, could potentially have some fun with, but even then, it's not the kind of thing you want to just wake up and decide to do without any plan.
That said, and I appreciate your concern, but is there anything that we should know about him aside from that he's powerful? Anything specifically? Has he obtained one of these weird fruit contraptions or anything that an old man like myself should know about?
I don't think he would need to. He is incredibly powerful himself. I have not seen him in person. I've seen Dendar, another one of the admirals. But each of them have varying states, depending on the situation that they're running into. I guess they can transform into different monsters, and I think you probably would not want to deal with that on the high seas. So, my recommendation, should you ever be in such a situation, number one is to run. Number two is to run as far away as you can. But number three is you would probably want to get them out of whatever base or location where they are most comfortable. That there is where they will be at their strongest. The thing is, the admirals do go on their vessels along the Grand Line. I know two of them are currently in the New World. One of them is said to be here, though I've not run into him. I would just be careful. A single one of them would be a challenge for any crew.
Fair enough. Thank you.
I have another question for you, Pan, that maybe you can help us out with. See, our log pose is currently aligned to an island or something in the sky, and we don't readily have a way to get up there. Might you know anything, or any ships or something in the area that could remedy that?
He turns to Addison, who, for a moment, is like delighting in the fact that he has the answer quite clearly. And Addison speaks up instead of Pan here, and he says, "Yes, it's very well known to the Imperials. There's a reverse whirlpool just 2 days' travel south of here by the sun. You might need to make some augmentations to your vessel in order to survive the upward current, but we're not too far from the path that the Imperium typically takes to hunt down the whales in the sky."
I see.
Already perks up at that.
Yeah, he gives you like a little side look. Well, thank you very much for that information. Here's some for you. We got a reading from an Imperial vessel, tracking coordinates, and I think they know you're here. Don't know if they're sending anyone or what, but probably best to be on your toes, eh?
I appreciate the message. The thing is, again, I don't mean this to gloat or anything, but when you get to my state of things, my level, that sounds very, very pretentious of me, but don't mean it that way. But when you get to my level of notoriety, I suppose, you're always being tracked. But it's understood. I appreciate that. They've killed me once. I am happy
You
to be
said
killed
that several times. How did they kill you the first time?
again. With 2 blades before I had this form. It's a very long story, but the basics of it. I decided to tell the truth at their big fancy council meeting, the magisterium. All the representatives of the royal houses were there. The representative of the library, the Ogden Trust, everyone. And we had learned at the time that House Aurelian, the current incumbent of the throne, had so deliberately and openly killed the predecessor in order to take that place. And we also learned that House Zares, a House of the Drow located within Capital, had concocted a plot in order to create a war in the east of the continent, with the plans of swooping in as the victors of the saviors and using that as their basis for acquiring power. I said both of this to everyone in attendance, and both princes at the same time, Prince Nicholas from House Aurelian, Prince Selekir from House Ares, killed me right there on the table. I think it was a very spectacular way to go. Did not expect that I would come back, certainly not in this form. I did not look like this always. It was at least a little bit more harder to tell. I used to wear a mask all the time because I was not particularly proud of it. But, you know, you have to accept yourself in this very crazy world. And I feel much stronger and much happier because of it.
It's a good look on you.
Thank you.
Hey, you have the whole devil aesthetic going. It sends a certain amount of terror.
I know the effect it can have on normal people, having seen it to myself. Doesn't work on Salome, but of course he isn't scared of anything.
Well, hopefully you don't have to die a second time.
From your lips to Vertus's ears.
I have another question for you, Pan, as long as we have your ear.
Of course.
House Facade. They, regulars around here? Or if one wanted to get in contact with them, say? You know any way that might happen?
It's a challenging thing. House Vashad, they were the house that previously occupied the throne before the current incumbents. They were, in a sense, scattered after the events of the Magisterium. They were the weakest at the time.
They owe you any favors, then, because of what you did and said?
Unfortunately, 5 years ago when I did this, it was unsuccessful. The Magisterium decided to support Prince Nicholas, and as a result, it led to, in part, the current situation that we're all in. He had already acquired enough support behind the scenes, and it didn't really matter what I said, but I felt it necessary to do so anyway. House Vashad is a patrician house. They are, in many respects, the same as House Aurelian. They controlled the throne for over a century before he came. But they are in desperate straits. They're scattered to the wind. I'm not sure where their prince would be. But they, like any legacy house, want to come back to power, I'm sure. And they would bear perhaps as strong of a claim as House Aurelian would. But again, it's a very complicated situation. I don't want to bore you with the details of the tribunate and everything, but I will suffice to say that not sure where they are. Be wary, but know that they might be of potential use if done in the right way.
Very good to know. Thank you. One final question. He looks to the party. If I may.
One more!
Well, thing is, I don't know when we'll be meeting again. You are a crown of paradise, after all, a wellspring of information in these parts, which I intend to take advantage of if you'll humor me. What's the deal with Achilles and his family? I caught wind of Pitch mentioning once that he was screwing his cousin.
That might have been a joke from Pitch, but
They're
he
close,
is.
or what?
Well, he is a cousin of his name is Achilles Aurelian. He's part of House Aurelian. So he's not in direct line, but he is, I think, a first cousin. of Nicholas.
I see.
Fucking Nicholas.
That would explain a lot. I can't believe I missed all this information. It's kind of like I was living under a rock or something. Well, thank you, Pan. You've been very helpful.
Of course. And again, as I said before, once we're past this point, it's a race to the finish. But I don't see anything wrong with doing my best to play nice. We don't have to fight all the time if we can avoid it.
Aye, a little friendly competition, like.
Exactly. And I have seen unfairness in my time to a level that I don't think most people could even contemplate. So I think it's only fair that whatever things I ask for people are reasonable. And if I make an agreement, if I give someone my word, I will keep it.
I couldn't agree more.
Well, my to-do list is burning in my pocket right now. Is there anything else that I could help you all with?
You should probably put that out if it's on fire.
You shoot Sonny a look.
I'm just saying. He said
Danny
it's
kind of laughed a
burning.
little. It was a funny joke.
He's a prankster, that one. Always saying the darndest things.
You know, he does a little bit, just from the right angle, remind me of Salome.
Aye, you know, I
Young, a
was kind
little
of catching
bit,
some of that myself.
little bit rambunctious, rough around the edges, has the right intent in mind. A little bit chaotic. It's always good to have in a person.
Well, they're passive aggressive. He's aggressively passive. So,
I see.
no offense, Sonny.
Eh.
Okay, there it is, right there. Aggressively passive.
Well, if you see Pitch or Salome again, please give them my regards. Best of luck.
Will do. Thank you, laddie. What, if you don't mind me asking, what's your next step? Heading down the line?
Heading down the line.
Well then, I suppose we'll be seeing you.
Until then. Addison, would you be so kind as to bring them back to their ship? He nods and walks over to Neil.
As they're getting ready to leave, Takai just kind of turns back, waves to Pan, and says, "Oh, tell Virtus Takai said hi. I haven't talked to him in a while."
Okay, sure. when I next see Virtus, I will let him know.
Takai kind of smiles brightly at him and then just leaves with everyone.
Okay. We will pick it up there next week, folks.
All right.
Navigated real well today, guys.
Did.
Except that first half.
that was good.
That first
That was
half.
wild.
It was
I
fun.
That
like
was terrifying.
that Pan is not our enemy.
All right, everyone. Thank y'all so much for coming on the stream tonight. It's been great to have you all here. We'll be back
Oh my
here
god, I was
next.
muted. I was doing some cool shit.
Oh no.
All good. We'll be back here again next week, same time, 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern. We will see potentially the next island for the journey into the sky. Let's see some Satarian stuff going on.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks so much again for joining us, and say goodnight, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
night, everyone.
Night.
Spam tilf. Spam tilf. Spam tilf when you get in there. Spam tilf. Don't tell Jonah. Just spam tilf. Spam tilf. See you guys there. Bye.